Broadcasting live from the heart of the Duke City. It's time for a great afternoon of sports entertainment talk. Get ready for in-depth discussions on everything from the court to the field, mixed with the business and culture that orbit the sports world. Whether it's the latest blockbuster trade or the societal impact of sports, Two Men On with your hosts, Van Nunley and Fred Slow, with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Small.
It's Thursday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? Van's not here. All right, Van's not here, guys. So I'm gonna do this thing with David Weesey Carl. David Weesey Carl, welcome to the show.
When you do that whole are you throughout that time figuring out what day of the week it is?
I do a thing where I count my knuckles.
MS-13.
That's a Photoshop.
Okay.
What you're talking about.
Okay.
Isaiah Johnson is on the other side of the glass. Isaiah, welcome.
Thank you. I'm feeling relieved. I feel like a big weight's lifted off my shoulders.
Because we're not at Sadie's.
Well, that makes, as far as a producer, that makes things a little bit easier.
Oh, okay.
But I was saying, you know, like the suffering's over. My Lakers are no longer suffering. So now I'm free. I'm free.
Right there with you, Heat fan. That was a rough series.
You know, you just want it to be over.
Yeah.
Once it's over, it's like, all right, now we can start the trade rumors.
I didn't think we had any shot at winning that series. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, but I didn't think we had any shot at winning it.
Well, you've already won enough, so you'll be all right.
I mean, coming from a Lakers fan, come on.
So it was a 4-game sweep with the Cavaliers over the Heat.
Yeah, it could have been a 5-game sweep, really. You know, they were up by 38 at the end of the first quarter of game 4. That was pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, and then it's put in the bench, keep the spread close, keep the action moving.
They didn't do that.
They did.
Tyler Hero played like 48 minutes and we lost by a bajillion. So,
life is hard. David Weesey Carl, the New Mexico United, is here. He is the vice president. David, welcome.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Excited to have you. Is this like a record for consecutive home games or whatever for you guys? Like in a span of a month?
We only had like a few. I mean, we had a few in a row, but we're on the road this weekend.
Oh, okay.
We're to your favorite team, El Paso Locomotive FC.
Hey, I should go down there.
Come on, we got a bus.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a fan bus. It's sold out.
We're doing Kentucky Derby watch party at Sawmill.
That sounds fun. Yeah, mint juleps.
Yeah.
Big hats.
50% of the proceeds go to the Boys and Girls Club.
That's even better.
Isn't that crazy?
I love the Derby. I watch the Derby every year. I grew up around horse racing. I don't know if you know that. My stepdad works in horse racing. Has his whole life. All right.
Well, let's jump into that real quick. I mean,
go Birds.
Okay, like win, place, show. Like, what are we looking at here?
I don't know the field at all. I don't know.
Cool.
Thoroughbreds.
When you say your uncle was doing it,
my stepdad.
Your stepdad?
Yep.
Who, in the part of the world you grew up in, could have also been your uncle?
I did not grow up in West Virginia for the 17th time.
Sorry, my mistake.
I went to college there. I'm a Philly boy.
Yeah.
Throw that out there. Proud to be.
So your stepdad married your mountain mama, and then you got into the world of competitive horse racing?
No, not in that order at all. My stepdad and my mother both worked at the racetrack.
Oh.
That's how they met.
I like that.
Yeah.
And it worked out because you being from Philly, being around Phillies.
Go Birds.
Which is...
Yeah, it's a horse. It's a female horse, specifically.
Now, your stepdad, was he one... Because the horse world is kind of shady.
I've heard that. I've seen pieces of that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm asking.
Is he part of that? No.
Like, do you know some horse tricks?
I have seen shady things in my life.
Yeah.
I've
like the tush push.
Okay, I see what he did there. That's pretty good.
Sounds like somebody who can't stop it.
He did.
Anyway,
I can name 29 teams who can't stop.
There was a 434-pound defensive tackle you could have drafted that might have helped you out. But anyway,
we'll talk about the Eagles draft a little bit.
Yeah, go Birds. But anyway, yeah, there's some shady stuff in horse racing, but overall, I love it. It's fun. Horse racing is a blast. I like to go down to the casino at the Downs, hang out over there.
Yeah,
it's fun.
It's got a culture around it.
It's a very specific culture too.
Yeah.
It's one that I know that they struggle with in horse racing to get it to a younger audience, right?
Yeah.
You go to the track and it's an older audience. But I think if you could get younger people into it, it's an absolute blast. And for the big stuff they do, right? The Derby, everybody wants to be at the Derby, right?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be at the Breeders' Cup or the Belmont or the Preakness or whatever it may be. But if you can carry that out into the wider sport of thoroughbred or standardbred racing, it'd be great.
So I got a good question.
Oh, first time ever.
Yeah. For horse racing, how much is it, like the winner of the horse, the good ones? How much is it how you train and feed your horse, or how much is it genetic?
Oh man, you're going a little above my pay grade. I think a lot of it is genetic. I mean, there's a reason that you get these owners who pay millions of dollars for the offspring of, if your horse wins the Kentucky Derby, you're set for life, not just because of the winnings, but because of how much the offspring of that horse is going to bring in going forward.
How much do you win?
Well, in millions.
So it's a multi-million-dollar win for the Kentucky Derby, for all of the Triple Crown
and
races.
Then
there's no set price.
It's
there is. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, and the purse fluctuates.
So the overall purse fluctuates
Yeah.
depending upon betting, but there's like a base level million something.
Yeah, and then like it's a 20 horse field, but if it becomes less horses for any reason, the split gets whatever modified.
You almost always get scratches.
Almost always.
Injuries or slop or whatever it may be.
No backup horse?
No, you got to qualify.
Yeah.
So those big races, Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont, Breeders' Cup, they all have qualifiers. And there's a lot of different ways, kind of like the Boston Marathon, where you can qualify through like winning the Chicago Marathon or this or that. To qualify for the Kentucky Derby, there are big races like the Florida Derby. If you win that, which is it's second tier stakes race, that's what it's called. You win that, then you can qualify for the Kentucky Derby.
And then and obviously, like as a bettor, you can pick win in place or win place show or the
trifecta, exacta, superfecta,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then the trainers, which often are the owners, I guess it's not always the same, but often.
Sometimes.
But guys like Bob Baffert and those guys.
Bob Baffert is a legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's won the Derby like 6 times, 7 times.
Well, he gets multiple horses there every year.
Yes, absolutely. Well, the thing is, all the owners want Bob Baffert to train their horse.
Yeah.
If they can afford it, that's the guy to get. And so, yeah, it's kind of a wheel of success because you win the Derby. So everybody wants you to train their horse. So you have more horses in the Derby and you're more likely to win it.
And that's where your revenue stream comes in, Isaiah, because then your horse becomes like a breeding horse.
Yep. 100%.
And then you're paying you're getting paid for those interactions.
So Mind That Bird was a Triple Crown winning horse like 15 years ago now, made 10 times more than he ever made from the races. And he won the Triple Crown, weighed 10 times more than that in breeding.
That explains why some puppies are so expensive and people are like, I don't understand why.
Take that times a million, and that's what you got.
And I don't know what race they win, but I do get it.
Puppy Bowl.
The little Puppy Bowl, yeah. Is that the same day as the Super Bowl they have that? Or
yeah,
what?
That's fun. I like the Puppy Bowl.
I got a weird thing I'm noticing right here. Listen to these jockey names.
Jerry Bailey. He's retired.
Javier, Harith, Jr., Jose, Juan, Julian, Joel, Joe.
A lot of J's there.
Hoa, which is a J. Like half the field is a J name. Like John.
Wasn't there? It's like J names are very common, but J as a letter in the alphabet is very uncommon. For some reason, J names are like very popular.
It's just if you're going to be a jockey.
A hockey.
Nice. There you go. Kentucky Derby is this weekend. We will be watching it over at the Sawmill. They're going to put up the big screen, do the whole thing.
That's going to be fun.
Fun outdoor little deal. You will be on the road at El Paso.
Yes, sir.
With the New Mexico United.
You didn't need to emphasize.
You don't like that?
There's not the New Mexico. It's just New Mexico United, Fred.
So
there's no the. It's the sports animal.
Yeah.
It's just New Mexico United.
So not that
New Mexico United.
The when you say the though, it adds like an appearance. Like it makes you guys seem like isolated.
It's too much. It's too Ohio State for me. I don't want that.
So it's personal, gotcha.
I don't like it. It's not my.
What was first, the Ohio State or the sports animal?
Ohio State's very old.
But when did the start? I mean, they were always the. I assume they were the Ohio State University, but at some point, someone decided the Ohio State.
Yeah, it was some frat boy did it.
Right.
I'm not a grammarian. What is
clearly?
Yeah. So I don't know what's proper, but I do know the sounds like it goes with Ohio State.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's my ear being trained.
No, I agree with you.
The Ohio State.
I don't know if you're gonna see New Mexico.
I know. I see how I did that. New Mexico United go down to El Paso,
Yes, sir.
where they are a very good soccer team. Not just as of recent, like this is kind of the start to the year, right? Like
the start to the year.
Yeah, in the mix.
Yeah.
Like, and was it half the team was brand new and the coach was brand new? And I'm not saying I was apprehensive. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I didn't think you'd be successful. I'm going to tell you I'm a little surprised at how successful.
It's early.
Yeah.
I mean, caveat that. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Last year we finished first in the Western Conference.
Pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Currently you're first in the Western Conference.
But that's the thing, right? We finished first last year. We had several new players come in, new head coach.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't know what to expect in those situations. You know, you can bring in a good coach, and we knew Dennis Sanchez was a good coach. You can bring in good players, but you never know how they're going to mesh, how they're going to gel, how the locker room's going to be, how they're going to look on the field, all that kind of stuff. We've been very fortunate. Again, it's early in the season, but first place in the Western Conference. We've played 6 matches. We've won 5, lost 1. Really proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 4 straight clean sheets.
That means shutout.
Shutout. Yeah, we haven't been scored on in about 400 minutes. Oh wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. Long may that stay that way. But yeah, proud of that. Alex Tambakis, our goalkeeper, is 2 clean sheets, shutouts away from the all-time record. So I mean, it's a great start to the season. It is a long season, not counting chickens before they're hatched, but happy with where we are and hopefully continue that in El Paso this weekend.
As much as I hate El Paso, the city, the people from it, their belief system, I could run the list, right?
Yeah,
the gambit. It's the best away game in professional sports here in New Mexico.
It's an atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. I mean, and we always bring fans for that. That's the fun thing. El Paso, when they come and play here, they'll bring 10, 10, 15. We bring 100 plus every time.
That is correct.
I mean, we're probably gonna have about 200 there on Saturday night. Like I said, the bus is sold out. The fan bus that'll be going down on Saturday, coming back Sunday. It's a fun trip every year. We usually win, which is also a lot of fun. So yeah, it's a lot. We're going to do like a pregame party at a local bar down there. It'll be great.
And then burn the city to the ground.
With a big win, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not look back when driving away.
No. Don't look back.
On to Las Cruces and then straight on till morning.
Just like Peter Pan said.
Exactly like the way Peter Pan said.
Right.
United, obviously, lots of games left this season. You can get all that information for they readily available to you, NewMexicoUTD.com. Get out there. Tickets are $19 a pop just to get in the building. And once you're in, you're part of a cool club then.
It's a lot of fun.
How'd the food drives go?
Still going. So we've done our first 2 Fans Against Hunger drives alongside great partners at UNM Athletics. We've done 2 so far. The first one was to support Roadrunner Food Bank here in town.
Pretty good.
The second one was to support food banks up in Santa Fe.
Ooh.
And then we've got another one coming up in about a month and a half, I think is our third one. And that one will be supporting food banks in the western part of the state, Gallup, Grants, that general area. We've got another one coming up after that. That'll be southern New Mexico, Las Cruces, and that general vicinity, and then one in eastern New Mexico. So we're covering the whole state.
How many drives does UNM run yet?
They haven't done any yet, but
they better figure it out.
They're going to. No, they're working with us to create some great prizes. Everybody who donates throughout any of these will be entered for some great UNM and New Mexico United themed prizes. Again, just really grateful to partner with them on this and hopefully make a difference.
I would make it like a competition because I'm like that, Like I want to weigh the trucks and stuff. Like I'm that guy.
It's going to be one amount that goes. That's the thing. And the thing that I really like about it too is that each of the individual food banks. So again, we talk about Roadrunner Food Bank here. We talk about, food banks in Santa Fe and Las Cruces and all these different places. They let us know in the weeks leading up to the food bank what specifically they need at that time. So they're getting what they need.
Wildly helpful.
Because, they might not need, 700 cans of beans, but they might need, toilet paper that week. And so then fans know and they can bring those things and we can make a difference. It's great.
When we get back from the break, David Weesey Carl of New Mexico United tells me how to pronounce Jihad Campbell.
Not quite, but close.
We'll get there. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Doug DeRocher came in during the break.
Good guy.
99.5. He has an energy. He has a can't-be-stopped energy. Joining us after the break will be Sarah Supple. We're going to have a lot of fun with her today because Van's not here. Van's not here. David Weesey Carl sitting in with us from New Mexico United.
There you go.
Vice president. Also, armchair GM of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Go Birds.
Jihad?
Just Jihad.
Jihad.
Yeah. Jihad Campbell.
All right, who's that?
New linebacker.
Is he pretty good?
I think so. He's got the benefit of lining up next to Zach Bond.
Big boy.
Who's best linebacker in football last year. So that'll be good. He's a good draft pick. To get him at 31, the Eagles were trying to trade up to 21, 22 to get him, and then he fell to them at 31.
Well, they traded
up one slot as opposed to 12. So that's good.
The Chiefs were going to take him.
I don't think so. I think somebody else was going to trade into the Chiefs spot to take him.
Oh.
I don't think the Chiefs needed a linebacker in that space.
So then he actually cost 2 picks. The one they took him with and the one they traded for him. Well, so what they get, like a fifth rounder too?
Yeah, they traded a 5th rounder. Yeah, you could say that. It cost a 5th rounder and the 31st pick. I think that's certainly worth it.
That seems good to me.
Yeah.
Andrew, see, here's the problem. I just can't pronounce it.
Makuba.
All right, who's this cat?
Drew Makuba. Good 2nd round pick for them as well. He'll slot in as the 3rd corner for the team. So if you can get a starter or close to a starter with the 2nd round pick and beyond, I think you're doing pretty well. He's undersized for a corner, but he's a ball hawk.
They got rid of the Gardner Johnson kid.
CJGJ is gone, yeah.
Because he was a liability.
He's a good player.
Ouch, that's going to hurt you guys, man.
Yeah, it's fine. He's a good player. It's just a lot of jealousy coming from the other side of the glass. He's a good player.
What team's he on now?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know at all.
Wow, that's how you guys treat your players over there in Philly.
No, he's not there anymore.
He's not our player.
He's not there. He gone.
But anyway, no, CJGJ, losing him is tough. You know, we had a couple of guys leave on the defensive side of the ball, but the thing is, you go and you win a Super Bowl and you get paid. You can't fault people.
No, you cannot.
No.
And then they took the rest of the second day off and then came back over the weekend. Got a kid out of Nebraska, Ty Robinson. He looks the part.
Yeah, he looks the part. I mean, they got a couple day 3 guys who I think are going to be really good, including a new backup quarterback, which would be great. Again, when you get to day 3, I don't think you're not looking for a Pro Bowler. If you can get one, great. That's amazing. But
that's like subpar talent, like Shadur Sanders and stuff.
I think Shadur is going to be good. And I think that the Browns have every incentive to make him good early to see what they've got, because next year's draft class on the quarterback side of things is so good. So they have every reason to get Shadur or one of the 2 rookie quarterbacks they drafted, whichever one they decide to go with, to get them on the field and see what they have early. That's my 2 cents on Shadur Sanders.
Well, now we know.
There you go.
When do they play the Cowboys?
I don't know, but 2 W's.
It's like that right now, right?
Yeah. They're garbage.
And then they'll do something stupid to the Cowboys, like put them on prime time against the Eagles and embarrass them in front of the entire country.
Man, I love that, actually.
Why do they do Isaiah? Welcome back, Isaiah. Why do they do the Cowboys like that?
Last time I checked, Dak Prescott's 9-4 versus Philly.
So he misses all the games, right?
No, he's 9-4 versus Philly. So I think it's perfectly fine. I like to see Dallas versus Philly.
Wasn't he? Didn't he miss both games last year, or might be?
I feel like he always misses when he.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, it's a kind of a thing where you're scared of playing the team, so you have an injury now.
So I've heard of this. Yeah. It's called the Philly flu.
There you go.
When teams play the Phillies, or teams from Philadelphia.
Yep.
Because the Phillies is actually a baseball team.
That is a baseball team.
So it's called the Philly flu.
It's also a horse.
I haven't heard of the Philly flu, but I've heard Jaden Blue, and he's going to run for more yards than Saquon this year.
Let me Google.
My guy can't even handle a tush push, so I'm not concerned. I'm not at all concerned.
Should be a good one though, as far as years for the Eagles.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think again we lost a few starters on the defensive side of the ball. Wynn got paid, but I think how he drafted well. I guess my 2 concerns are probably at first one's tight end. If Dallas Goedert is coming back, that's one thing. There's been a lot of talk of him not coming back. There's been talk of the Eagles trading for the tight end out of not Oakland. I almost said Oakland, Las Vegas. Obviously not Max Crosby, the other guy that they drafted from Notre Dame prior to that. I don't remember his name. But that's one of the positions, and then defensive back. So there's holes to fill certainly, but There's a lot of undrafted free agents right now. There's trades to be had. I think we'll be pretty good.
Is football like a big conversation in the soccer locker room for the United? Is that a big conversation in the front office?
They have the front office or the locker room?
Both.
Yeah, I mean, we have a fantasy football team, fantasy football league in the front office. It's a lot of fun, and the players actually have one too. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's wild how just obsessed any athlete in any level is, and it's fun to combine sports, just like the way you're combining soccer and golf. And we're talking about the big foot golf.
Foot golf. Hey, looking forward to that. It's gonna be a blast.
What's the date?
May 17th. Over. Don't suck your teeth.
I mean, I got a thing.
You skipped the thing.
I got to be in Philadelphia.
Oh, it's the greatest city in the world.
I heard.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, go Birds. But yeah, May 17th, foot golf over at Sandia Golf Course. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can register your team of 4. Your registration comes with obviously 18 holes, which is great. And those are obviously big soccer ball sized golf holes. You're kicking a ball instead of hitting it with the club. Includes your golf cart rental for the day, includes your lunch, includes drink ticket for the day, all kinds of really great stuff. And then after we're done with that, we'll have a watch party as New Mexico United is on the road, taking on Orange County SC. The watch party will be at the Sandia Sports Bar and Sports Book. It'll be a lot of fun.
This foursome's only $505.
$505. It all supports the Somos Unidos Foundation and the work we're doing to make sure that we bring the game of soccer to kids across the state, regardless of how much money their parents make.
I like that.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job here.
Thanks, man. Everybody should have access to the game of soccer. It's for everyone.
How's the foundation doing?
It's good. It's good. Yeah, like I said, that's a big fundraiser. It's probably our second biggest fundraiser of the year.
The gala slapped last year.
The gala will be back again. That has been announced. That'll be at the hangar that we had it last year. It's a very different vibe than your typical rubber chicken. That's a lot of fun. But you can get tickets at theballnm.com for that. That's a lot of fun. And like I said, tickets are on sale for that right now. That's not going to be till September, so you got time on that one. Foot golf's coming up here in just 16 days.
Sarah off mic. Do you want to go to the gala with me? She's in.
All right. That was
we'll do that.
Cool.
9/26/25 at the Atlantic Aviation Hangar. That's a super fun night. Are you doing the gambling again, or you don't know?
Casino stuff?
There's no gambling.
There's gaming.
There's gaming. Are you doing the gaming again?
We will be working with Double Down Casino. They're great.
The best part of the event last year was at the end, there was like a QR code to scan and you could donate at the end, and then my name came up on a screen.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like seeing my name.
It was our magic minute, and over the course of a minute and a half, we raised a lot of money for kids. It was great.
Yeah.
People could just scan the QR code, donate. And it makes a big difference for the kids in this community.
David Weesey, Carl, thank you so much, brother.
Thanks for having me, man.
When we get back from the break, Sarah Supple joins us on the program. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On, live in the studio. Big thank you to David Weesey Carl, who joined us. He's no longer with us. I mean, he's with us in life.
No longer with us.
He's with us in life. Sarah Supple is now with us from the city of Albuquerque. Sarah, welcome. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Hopefully I'm still with you after I'm done here, too.
We have a friendship outside the show. Like, we're legit friends.
We do.
Yeah, it's not the worst life. Not the worst life. I reached out to you last night because Van couldn't be here. And I said, Sarah, come on the show. Like, I really want to have you on. We'll do this thing. But it was hard to hear you because you were surrounded by so many barking dogs at that brand new dog park you put downtown.
Well, it's just because it's the happening place for all the dogs.
That's 100%
and I'm just there 100% of the time, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, when your dogs are barking and they're just barking and they're causing other dogs to bark, it's because they're talking about the dog park.
That's okay. That's probably factual.
Yeah.
Now, Isaiah, welcome back. Isaiah and I don't have dogs.
No.
I bet you could find one.
Okay, yeah, that's a good. Go to the park. There's
this crazy park that has a bunch of them.
I just feel like if I get one, I need to get two because I won't be home that often. And I'll feel guilty if one's just by themselves. So I'll have to get two. And I need to make sure I can handle two puppies at once.
But you can't. Why do you have to get puppies?
This is a crazy conversation.
Yeah, you can just get like a dog that's not a puppy.
Yeah.
You're right, but is it easier or harder to train?
Well, it depends on if the dog is already trained or not, I
Yeah.
guess.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Are we talking about good dogs or bad dogs?
I want a bad one.
No,
I'll take a bad full-grown adult dog and I'll turn it into an angel because I'm a dog whisperer.
Okay, in that case, get a puppy. It's much easier to get a puppy.
I just don't feel like you need another project. Like you need a bad dog. Like this is not the plan for you right now. Like
I think I could switch him over to the good side.
Do you also do this in relationships?
That's a good.
No.
question.
Just with dogs. Just with dogs, I need to learn how to stop biting and things like that.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, with dogs.
Okay.
That's what I specialize in when I went
The biting
the not
part.
biting.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. When I went to school for it, that's the branch.
When you went to the dog school.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of that school?
No More Bites.
Yes,
yeah.
I have heard of that.
Yeah.
So it's very prestigious.
The school named after with a sentence name. Yeah.
Well, it has to be clear about what they're training for,
Yes, that's why I went there. I was
Yeah.
like, I know exactly what that's for.
Yeah. It had that's what it said on the front of the building, like on the front of like child shampoo where it says no more tears.
Yes,
Like
and there's
same.
a big circle around it with a big line through it. It was like a dog.
Yeah, like
reaching
the Ghostbusters symbol.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
The whole building smells like pee, but that's besides.
Yeah, that's the whole.
That's a different branch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys came to the
that's
wrong
next door.
branch.
Yeah.
That's actually a park outside. Which is, did you guys end up deciding on a name for the downtown dog park from our?
Oh, you had to bring that up. I did not even think about it
Nope.
after that
Okay.
interview.
Interesting. Yeah, we just gave you a lot of options. I thought, does it have to go to? Probably has to go to council. Probably has to be voted on. Probably.
Probably not.
That's no referendum on what to name that.
Yeah,
So,
we should take a vote. Actually, we should put out a poll.
of what to name the dog park.
Yeah. And then I can design a sign and we'll get it up there.
This all tracks. Yeah, this is also with ChatGPT. I feel you can just ask them to design the sign. It'll be done.
Should.
Yeah. The dog park-ish sign. Sarah Supple's with us talking the world of Albuquerque sports and sports adjacent. So whenever I call you, you're like, cool, what are the topics? And I go, well, we pick them in the morning. Like we don't know what's going on. When I'm talking to you last night, the Lakers had not lost.
Right.
But it was inevitable.
It was inevitable.
Yeah.
So I said, well, the only thing we're going to for sure hit on is Isaiah's favorite topic of the week, which is Bill Belichick and his super hot girlfriend, Jordan Herndon, who I am a gigantic fan of, but Isaiah hates.
Oh gosh.
So I said, what could we do perspective wise? Like, who could we bring in? And Sarah Simple, right? Like, Sarah, you're a lady.
I am a lady.
Yeah. You've been in Jordan's situation where you knew what was best for your man's and you had to step in and lay down the law. And he was really receptive to that, right? Because that's what I saw.
Make sure you ask him to elaborate on what he means by you've been in her situation before. Yeah.
We have to say, like Isaiah has to say puppies. Like you have to say someone.
Have you been in her situation too, Fred?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
With Isaiah, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Had to step in to save Isaiah.
Yeah.
So as Isaiah and I are on polar opposites of this, like like, let's talk some sense into Isaiah. Like, let him know it's okay to have a strong female presence in your life that's there to only support you, regardless of the backlash from individuals filled with greed, hate, and envy, like Isaiah.
See, I'm trying to wonder, like, brainstorm here, if this is considered elder abuse. Is this?
That sounds like she's on my side.
When does it get to the point of a scandal? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like all the talk right now is leading up to that, but it hasn't quite broken as a scandal. But we are skeptical about that.
Okay.
Isn't it crazy how at first we're looking at Bill weird, and then now after what's going on, we're looking at her like, hold on, are you the one in charge? Like,
yeah,
is Bill the victim?
Who's running the show here?
I don't feel like any of us are the exact same person we are like in our relationships. Like, it's okay if Bill is real gruff and forward facing and hard to the media and professionally, but he's just a little Billy Bear at home. He's just a little Billy Bear boy.
But what about when the two worlds collide? Then what do you do?
Like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving's a good example.
Eating not just with Bill and his family. No, I mean in both families. Of course, with Bill and his family. You know, Sarah, I did some digging. I figured out that Bill's son, his wife, is older than Jordan.
Oh, I was wondering about that. How old his kids were? How old is he?
How old is his son? Let me figure that out.
But here's the thing. You're talking about Thanksgiving. Like, Bill's learning about Thanksgiving. He's had to coach on Thanksgiving every year for his entire life.
This is fair. His son is 38.
Oh, wow. So if things go south with Bill, she could just date his son afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, he's too young. She's got a type.
Depending on how well Thanksgiving goes, of course.
Yes.
That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you carve that turkey?
And a lot of eyes, even his son going for her would be an eyebrow raiser. It's not as bad, of course. I mean, 38 to 24, you get some people that'll press you about it.
I mean, Jordan's probably got like a therapist who's like older dudes. Like, that's good for you, Jordan.
And she just took that to heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's, you know why? Because she's a rule follower and she hates it when CBS doesn't follow the rules. And she steps in and does the right thing.
What, he's 70 in the 70s?
74.
So it's like a 50-year difference.
It's
Crazy.
That's crazy.
He was 50 when she was born. Wow. Jeez, Bill.
Well, he didn't know the day she was being born. It's not like he waited 24 years.
I hope not. If there's even the smallest little bit of evidence of that.
Sarah, he just met her in a philosophical conversation on a plane. Like, that's,
of course.
Yeah.
As one does.
As people do.
Yeah.
I've never.
You wear your headphones the way you do. No one's talking to you.
It has nothing to do with the college that they are both in a vicinity of or anything like that.
Well, now, because I think they met in, was it Miami? Is that right?
I think he says Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, which is, I believe, where I would go to pick up Bill Belichick if I was there, if I was on the prowl.
I mean, Palm Springs or Palm Beach when we're talking about the Palms.
Yeah, it might have been Palm Beach, honestly.
I feel if we just call it the Palms moving forward, we're going to be safe. That's what I'm saying. I need
to specify.
And then he puts out that statement, right? You know, validating or kind of clarifying the whole situation, which I'm sure she wrote.
Well, so what's her role here? Is she girlfriend or is she PR?
I guess both.
Kind of, right?
I guess she's
like justifying,
yeah,
like daddy's money, because
is she justifying it, or
you see the red flag, Sarah? You see the red flag? She's infiltrating his life.
Some people need a partner like that.
Some do.
Yeah.
The gal he dated for the longest was the gal that ran his foundation. Like,
how old was
so
she?
He likes to intertwine work with his life. I
would say my business partners, Van Nunley of this show. Aaron,
that's also what you guys do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Our anniversary is coming up. Sarah, I'll get you an invite. Isaiah, you are already invited. Don't tell anyone where it's at or when it is.
Okay.
Very exclusive.
But like, has anybody looked into his will? Do we know
whose will? Is that his son?
Ooh.
Like, do we know how deep these changes are going? You know,
I'm in real estate classes I know exactly what that means.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Is that at the dog training college? Is that the same building?
Was after.
Oh, okay. What's the name of the school? The we sell houses.
C&M to be exact.
Yeah. Oh, all right. That one's actually pretty legit. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I don't have a problem if his thing is having like a personal and intimate partner who's also his professional sidekick. Like, that tracks with me.
We think him first.
Do you think she's doing a good job as his professional?
I mean, we're
sidekick?
talking about him. I mean, is this
So
the
you're
move?
going with the all news is good news.
I mean, it's in the algorithm right now.
It probably depends on who you ask. If you ask him, he's going to say yes. But,
If I was Bill Belichick and I had my super dime piece girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, who's 50 years younger than me, hanging on my shoulder all the time while I wear 2 buttons on my suit, yeah, I want the world to know.
Do we think that maybe, just devil's advocate,
Yeah.
this was on purpose to promote his book, to get his name out there
Yes,
in the news?
I think all that's real.
yeah, Fred said he's going to hop on that.
I
one for
100%
sure.
think that's accurate.
Because otherwise his interview probably would not have been a big deal, but now it is. And now I know that he has a book. I wouldn't have known that before.
This is all very correct.
He says in the statement, like, I told the interviewer this was to promote the book.
well,
you
the
know,
interview was, but the way that the interview went,
Yeah.
how I even know
Yeah.
about it.
And that's what he said in the statement. He's like, so that's why she spoke up, because the interviewer was not following the directions.
Well, and you guys are talking about Bill Belichick's will. Everything that I've learned about this is against my will. Like,
Me too.
yes, like it has been for professional only.
Yep. Well, I found it pretty wild. And I care for Bill Belichick, so I'm wondering if he's all right. I sent a message to his DM. I said, blink twice in your next interview.
I was going to say, is this going to be like a Britney Spears situation? We have to check for clues on social media
For him or her?
for him.
Yeah.
He didn't have much haircut.
No, but like, oh no, Bill's been wearing red. I think that means something.
Leave Bill alone.
Those are the good days.
I don't think any of us saw this as the way, and obviously Sarah has about as much exposure to Bill Belichick as Jordan Herndon does,
Yeah.
but I don't think this is how we saw him going out. Like, it's
How did you see him going out?
Like Greg Popovich. Like, not currently.
Greg Popovich. Yeah, no, that, I mean, not currently.
Yeah, prayers
Yeah.
out to Greg Popovich.
Yeah, you could have picked a lot of names. I wouldn't have picked.
But he, as he grew older, though, he was very, he's content. He just drifts off into the sunset. I mean, you only see him when he's on TV. Other than that, you're not going to.
And that's just what you expected, kind of.
Yeah, I guess Bill, he was doing more of like the little Peyton Manning show. He was out. I didn't even expect that. So you can throw that into the category of things I didn't expect Bill to do on his way out.
I think that professional setting of football coach, where it's everyone's a subordinate, right? Like, everyone who works for you, everyone in your life, every player, that's what he yearned for in his personal.
So it's like Vince McMahon, kind of.
Not kind of, very.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Vince McMahon got caught up in some
Yeah.
illegal stuff. I don't know if anything here is illegal.
Well, we don't know yet. Just
Yeah.
started coming out.
Yeah.
If we were to do a over under, it would be 49.5 or 50.5. Which one of them is going to commit a crime first?
Jordan.
Between Vince and Bill?
No, between Bill and Jordan.
Oh.
I vote Jordan.
Is it
If she has not
Jordan?
already.
Jordan?
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm going to lean Vince, right? I'm going to definitely lean Vince on that one.
No, that's what I'm saying. Well, Vince is already in trouble, but that's Bill's not going to harm this. Like, is she going to harm Bill?
I told you, Misery. Those at home have not seen Misery
with
in your
Kathy
cars.
Bates.
Yes.
Yep. She's going to tie him to the bed.
Yeah, the ankle scene. It's
No, I can't. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do it.
uh-huh,
Oh. That's not the one.
Wait, so Fred, going back to your first point, you
Yeah.
think that this is a great match and that Jordan is madly in love with Bill?
I have no doubt.
You couldn't even keep your
I'm
mouth from
no.
curling
She,
upwards when you said that. to
she
me.
has a type. We all have a type, right? Like
What is her past dating history? Do we
the
know?
exact same.
yeah,
Maybe
we
like
figured this out yesterday.
late 60s
Mhm.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That'll do
Some might say financially stable.
Mm.
it.
That might be a phrasing.
Or on what Kanye say?
Well, we
he
don't,
said a lot of things.
yeah, we don't quote Kanye on
Yeah,
the
what
show.
time?
Yeah.
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 What time today?
Yeah. Isaiah hates his music, loves his beliefs. It's like a crazy thing.
Way
like most
backwards.
people.
Oh, I had it backwards. Sorry,
Yeah.
backwards. Sorry.
Got it way
Sorry.
backwards.
Strike that, reverse it.
That would be the worst kind of person.
When we get back from the break, we continue on Two Men On. Sarah Supple's here, talking the world of sports. We'll wrap up our Bill Belichick, Jordan Herdon conversation. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Welcome back to the program. Van's not here. Sarah Supple joins us. Sarah, welcome.
Thank you.
During the break, Sarah asked me if she looked like Natasha Bedingfield.
That's not what I said.
All right, what'd you say?
My phone just suggested me playing one of her songs out of the blue.
Mm-hmm. She only has one song.
Oh, suggested me playing her song.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the name of that movie?
What movie?
The one where it was featured? Scarlet A? Is that what it was?
Oh.
Well, what's that? Scarlet something? What was that girl's name? She's super famous. This is a terrible segment. What is that girl's name?
The red hair, right?
The red hair. The super famous red hair.
Johansson?
No.
It fit the description.
You know what I'm talking about.
I cannot think of her name for the life of me. It's driving me crazy.
You thought it was Johansson because I said Scarlet A, and her name is Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
You have no
Emma.
idea.
Is there a name Emma?
Emma something.
Emma Watson?
No.
No.
No. I'm going to sit this
Stone.
one out.
Emma Stone.
There we go.
Emma Stone, guys. It was Emma Stone the whole time.
We got there.
Easy A. That was the name of the movie.
Easy. That's what it is. Yeah, Scarlett seemed wrong.
This has to be 15 years old. It has to.
But Natasha's song is in the movie. I don't remember that.
So it was in the trailer, and she was Isaiah, can you pull up Pocket Full of Sunshine?
Like the actual song.
The song.
Okay.
It's radio safe because it's 100% like a schoolgirl pop banger.
Yeah.
This is like a 20s.
I'd actually be
10s.
shocked if there's like cussing in it.
There's no way.
That would be mind blowing to me.
So the deal was the redhead gal has
now we know as Emma Stone.
As Emma Stone, yes. She, whatever, gets accused of something. Oh yeah, this is it. This gives me flashbacks
Oh my god.
To
2010.
Yeah.
How old were you in 2010, Isaiah?
2010, I was probably like 11, 12.
Oh, this was marketed to you.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. I was playing this right after high school.
I mean, it slapped.
It definitely was a slapper. Wouldn't have caught me singing the song, but
No, but like in your bedroom though. Like
Yeah, just not in public.
yeah, I know, not in public, and I had to make sure the headphones were kind of down so like no one could hear it coming out of my headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, one time I was going to work. This was back when I lived in Chicago, and I was taking the elevator up,
Oh,
and
you lived in
this
Chicago.
guy was blasting in his headphones where I could hear it. He was blasting Fergalicious at like 7 a.m.
yeah, that tracks.
And I was like, you know what? I'm starting my day all wrong. I should be blasting Fergalicious at 7 a.m.
Part of my like cardio routine is
Uh-huh.
Shakira's She Wolf.
I thought you were gonna say Fergalicious.
That was a banger.
It's still a banger when you're on cardio. And you, like you said, you turn it up just a little too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I go to here.
Yeah.
So even no shame in people hearing it. I feel you.
I want them to feel shame that they're not already hearing it on their own.
Like Sarah had with the Fergalicious.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yeah.
I did the opposite. I judged myself.
Right, I bet you liked the Friday song with Rebecca Black when it came out, didn't you?
And I'm not sure if I'm knowing that one.
Friday.
Again, her one song.
Gotta get down on Friday.
Oh, she was YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Justin Bieber.
Maybe.
I don't think
Yeah, I don't think so. But same time.
We
I
were,
saw some sort of interview with her after that it kind of ruined her life for a little bit because
Yeah.
she was only known for that song, and it was a polarizing song. Some people hate it.
sorry,
Yeah, it was real bad.
sorry about her successes. 5 o'clock hour, we react to the Lakers when we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. It's Thursday. Van's not here. Sarah Supple is in. Sarah, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, the segment Isaiah's been waiting for. You want like condolences? Like, what do you want? Like, what will help you in these trying times?
I don't know, dude. This triggered me. What happened to the Lakers triggered me last night.
Like, walk us through all your stages.
So there was one stage.
Okay.
And it lasted the whole entire game.
All right. Anger.
Yes. Why was I angry? Because
shouldn't be.
Rudy Gobert, who I think we all can agree
is a stud.
Very disliked ever since COVID.
Because he gave people COVID?
Well, he literally started the whole outbreak through the NBA.
He was patient zero, yes.
He was
NBA patient zero.
The NBA
NBA patient zero. Of course, they would have still gotten it. But he was the first one. You're going to touch all the microphones and make a mockery of COVID. And then all of a sudden...
this is like 5 years old what you're talking about.
Yeah, but we still haven't recovered from that.
Okay.
He still thinks about it every day.
Yeah.
Yes. Rudy Gobert is very unlikable. He's like Dylan Brooks. He's very close.
Well, one's a winner.
Which one?
Rudy Gobert. He just won last night.
Yeah, he won last night, but
he faded the Lakers.
I guess Dylan Brooks won the little Canadian World Cup thing against USA. It's probably the only thing he's won.
Rudy Gobert feasted.
He did.
On rebounds off missed threes.
And now why did he feast? Because JJ Redick very, very stubbornly made a point before the game. He says, I'm not playing Jackson Hayes. Now, keep in mind, Jackson Hayes is the only 7-footer on the Lakers roster. And he says, I'm not playing Jackson Hayes.
Are you doing the hand clap thing?
Yes.
Like
onto my legs.
Like Jordan Hudson talking to CBS?
Did she do that?
I mean, it just feels like a vibe.
Well, I'm definitely not giving that vibe.
Okay.
He just didn't play the center. It's like similar to what you see in high school when a player goes out and he gets caught drinking and the coach is like, all right, you're not playing. People can be mad at me, but it's not my fault. It's your fault. You're the one who made the mistake.
This is different. That's a character thing.
Exactly.
They signed a code of conduct.
Exactly, though.
So what was the name of his cat who didn't play?
Jackson Hayes.
What did he do?
The reason why I know he didn't get to play is last game he got a foul. Last game as in the game before this one that they just lost.
Okay.
He got a foul early in the game. It was obviously a foul. He's arguing with the referee about it, gets a technical, and then as he's walking off the court, he's still yapping to the referee. I knew that'd be the last time I saw him. But I didn't think he wouldn't play this whole game. And Rudy Gobert is getting rebound after rebound after rebound after rebound. And the camera keeps going to Jackson Hayes. Like, there's your guy. There's your 7-footer. And JJ Redick just refused. 24 rebounds. Rudy Gobert had 25 rebounds the whole series. 4 games combined, he had 25 rebounds. And he got 24 in one game. It's absurd. JJ Redick he's public enemy number 1 for the Lakers right now.
So is it Rudy Gobert's fault or is it JJ Redick's fault?
No, it's JJ Redick's fault.
Okay.
It's 100%. Everyone blaming JJ Redick, rightfully so.
Now, you got caught up in this mob mentality before.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you really feel that it's JJ's fault or are you just looking for a scapegoat here?
No, it's his fault. Because that was my one emotion the whole game, remember? My one emotion the entire game was about JJ Redick.
Are you still feeling that one emotion?
That's a good question.
Yes. I posted a video earlier about it's got a lot of hits right now. So I know
He's
the
not
temperature.
The only one with the one emotion.
No, I'm not. It's bad. It's up there with Nico, who everyone's saying looks like a genius right now, I guess.
Are they still doing well in Dallas?
No, they're doing awful. They didn't make the playoffs.
So with LeBron James losing at 40 years old, he retires now, right?
No. He takes a pay cut.
For what?
Like, why should he?
Yeah.
Because, I get he's 40, right? So, you can't put all this pressure on LeBron. He's 40. I get you. But if you're going to be 40 and that's your reason, then you can't get paid like you're 25. If you're going to be on the court.
How dare he be 40?
Yeah. Prime earning years, really.
Well, he has earned the money, obviously, but it's like you're 40. You can play at a very, very high level. But in the NBA, you can't he can't have bad games, and then you say, "Oh, but he's old. That's why he's playing bad." But he's being paid the same money that Luka is being paid, or that Giannis is being paid. So I feel like LeBron should just take a little bit of a pay cut. Also, 40 is a very, very good age.
But not at basketball.
Just not professional basketball.
Okay.
Unless you're LeBron, I guess.
What's the usual age that they retire?
28. No one makes it any amount of time in the NBA. A handful of guys make it a dozen years. Everyone else makes it 2.5 seasons.
But if someone's good and they're retiring from old age, usually 35 is when.
Well, the game retires you, right?
Yes.
So it's like he can go out there and play all the minutes he played yesterday and all the minutes he played all season and be 40 years old. And the conversation should be right now, when you hanging it up, kid. But it won't be, because he's the most freak athlete in the history of all athletics.
Yeah. I mean, he's openly said, like, when I'm done playing, it's not going to be because I can't play. It's going to be because I don't enjoy going into meetings. I don't enjoy putting on my warm-up pants. I don't enjoy walking into the stadium 3 hours early.
So he still enjoys it.
Yes, he's saying that he still enjoys it, basically. If we see him, that's him letting us know he's enjoying it.
Now, I'm 40.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Don't go into basketball.
Right. Not now. Too late. Missed my shot to go pro. And I'm just tired all the time. Like, every day is the longest day of my life. And it doesn't involve NBA basketball.
Don't you wish you could be like, I love my job, and you'll know when I don't love my
Yes.
job when I stop showing up to work.
Yeah. I give it to him. It's competitiveness.
But you're here and you're 40.
Yeah.
So that means that.
But according to Isaiah, I need to take a pay cut.
True.
Well, no. You don't need to take a pay cut because you're producing like prime Fred.
There we go. That's what I need to hear.
If LeBron's producing like prime LeBron, then of course you don't take a pay cut.
Will you pull up that soundbite I just sent you? So yes. The thing that's kind of wild about this one is they just get whooped on, right? They get whooped on in a way. And also Vegas is like, hey, put in your backups for a while. Let's get the score a little closer. Like that was part of last night, not the right now thing. But the NBA does not want the Lakers to not win. The NBA wants the Lakers to win so that people watch basketball. I'm not watching basketball on a Wednesday night ever. But the Lakers got eliminated, so I watched it. And they were terrible. Now, was it best, Sarah Supple, sitting on a patio, drinking a beer and eating a burger with my boys, watching it? Yeah, that's how these games.
That's the best time.
That's the best way.
Who's your team, Sarah? If you have one.
If I were to choose a basketball team, it would be the Bulls.
Well, of course.
Okay. The Chicago Homers. See, growing up there, it's just like everyone was a fan of the Bulls. Everyone was a Bears fan. So I was like, all right, I got to go Oppo. I'm going to pick the Cowboys.
So you're rebellious.
Yeah. Well, the whole country loves Dallas. I don't know why I picked them, but.
Here's our Isham Dental soundbite of the day. IshamDentalABQ.com, 505-881-0422. Reach out to Scott. Get the veneers that I have in my mouth in your mouth. He will take care of you. Medicare AB and dentures. Definitely if you're over 40. Isaiah, you ready?
Yes, sir.
It's our Isham Dental soundbite of the day.
The Lakers were just eliminated from the playoffs by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I didn't know that kid was talking. That's my bad. So this is
got injured. You guys started playing a lot.
LeBron
of
James at the press conference,
and that required a lot from you and Doe and Rui, and then Vando once he got back. Just from a physical, like taxing standpoint, how tough was that for the last 3.5 months to play that style? And do you feel like that caught up at all in this series?
No comment.
Oh,
I'll never say that because my guy AD said what he needed, and then he was gone the following week. So I got no comment.
Dang. Then he did comment?
I put that uniform on every night. I gave everything I had, and that's all that matters.
Isaiah, he said no comment, then he commented. Sarah, you work in communications. How do you feel about this?
What do we think about his no comment versus Bill's no comment?
Oh, dang.
Relationship with Jordan. Or I guess Jordan's no comment.
Say a lot without saying anything.
Yeah, she lets him know what he can comment on.
Yes.
Yeah.
evidently.
If Jordan Herndon would have been there during the presser, she wouldn't have let that. Yeah. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about the lack of center. How about the lack of synergy in this room?
Yeah, I understand what LeBron's where. I mean, look, you got LeBron. We were just saying he's 40, right? Young age, very young.
Thank
age.
you.
Very young.
In NBA, yeah. Just like in the NFL, they say a running back. I'm technically old for an NFL player, but if you look at LeBron, you got him at 40 years old, and he's just down there guarding centers because JJ Redick is so stubborn. You know how bad that is? I get it. You got to make adjustments. Like if you're going to go and I'm going to do small ball, no centers out there, and we're going to see what happens. And then Rudy Gobert has 15 points and 12 rebounds at halftime. It's time to make an adjustment. And he didn't do it. So here we are as Laker fans sulking in our own hope.
So where do you see the team going from here then, Zay?
Oh, that's a great question. How big of an impact is Bronny going to have?
Oh, he's going to make a big impact, of course. And we're going to win a championship next year. Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the way. You heard it here first on 95.9 FM. Giannis Antetokounmpo will be a Los Angeles Laker. He will be traded to us by June.
It's very specific.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Yes, by June he'll be a Laker.
I don't hate it.
Should we make bets?
We can prize picks.
It's all about prize picks.
Yeah, that's a whole thing, it's a whole spiel. But
also, if you want to be part of what we have going on here, we're calling it the Backyard Blow Up. And trust me, it's massive. Here's the play. Listen to the opening drive every morning for the daily keyword. Shoot that word into a text. Of course, send that to 505-246-0610, and you're in the running to win a prize haul worth, you guessed it, Isaiah, over 15 grand. What's in the pot? That's what you asked? Got you. Hot tub. That's from Valentine's Swimming Pool and Spa. Brand new patio set from America Home Furniture and Mattress. A pottery set from Jackalope. They have wild stuff over there.
yeah.
That's still existing?
That's the wildest spot in town. A $5,000 gift card from Sin Lawn. And of course, a full year of pest control from AAA Pest Control. That's it. It's serious. You can do it. If you want to double your chances, you can also register in person at Jackalope at all Valentine's locations. That's Alameda, Paseo, and Coors. And of course, American Home Furniture on Carlisle and Comanche. Pick the winner May 31st. That's going to be at the Valentine's on Coors. So mark your calendars, be there. Go to the sportsanimalabq.com. Details and location info available there.
You think I can apply for my apartment complex? You think that'll work? Or what?
I think you should send everyone in your apartment complex in there because I've seen your apartment complex and you guys need to shine up. The community areas.
It is.
Which one are we vying for then for his apartment complex?
It is in the name Luxury Apartments. Okay, Luxury Apartments is the name of the place. Luxury. So I guess we could take some of this stuff that's not needed. But
okay.
We'll like some of it.
I feel like because I know the demographic of your complex, and I don't feel like that hot tub would be sanitary. One day after installation.
I have not been in it.
So you feel the same way.
I don't want to take that risk. I don't know. As a little kid, my brain was programmed to just always think about people using the bathroom in the water. So I just never was a big.
Because you did that.
No, I didn't.
Why are you lying?
That was the reason my dad would never get in. Dad, get in. No, it's full of pee in there. So then I would just feel guilty immediately for being in the water.
Yeah, because you're making pee in the pool.
Nah, I was never one of those kids that didn't pick the boogers, didn't pee in the water.
I don't even pee in the shower. Like, I can't do that stuff.
I call, you're lying.
No, 100%. That's where my feet go.
At least it goes right down the drain, though.
All right, we see what Team Supple's on. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Welcome back to 2 Men On. Sarah Supple is with us. Why? Van's not here. Van's not here today, or as a lot of listeners call it, their favorite days.
I hope you can hear that.
He's not listening.
I hope he is.
He's doing a charity golf thing.
Aw. Charity and Van goes right together, doesn't it?
He needs it. That's why. We never put this to air because we couldn't get it through legal, which is often a lie that people say, but this is the truth here.
Mm-hmm.
So when Van bought his new truck, because he wanted to be like me, when Van bought his new truck, and he has like the nicest truck. It's like a half electric, half gas.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Something. It's a nice truck.
I've been in the backseat before.
But what does that mean? Like,
Like he was driving me.
Oh.
Yeah. Uber type deal.
Like a chauffeur?
Yes. We went to Press Club. It was closed. Long story. Go on. Sorry.
Welcome back. Now I know the off-air version of this story. Why would you hint at this?
I don't really remember it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, noted.
You guys
So
can tell me later.
Mhm.
Yes, also got it. But the reason I bring up that it's nice in a half gas, half battery car, a hybrid car, is because he had a hybrid car before, hybrid truck now, hybrid car before in a Prius. He had a Toyota Prius.
So he's about the environment.
Or the positive affirmation he gets from others for claiming to be about it. I think it's virtue signaling. So Van and I came up with this elaborate scheme. That's the word I'm going to use.
Does that mean pyramid? Or-
No.
Okay.
No, that's different.
Marketing.
Yeah, marketing.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Very, very close. Gotcha.
Because years ago, I was at a radio station where we did this, where we raffled off tickets for a chance to win a car. And this was like a fun thing. And then the proceeds went to a charity.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to do Win Van's Prius. And we bought like winvansprius.com. And we went through like all of the like little.
It taken?
No, well, it is now. I own it. If you go to winvansprius.com, it takes you to the show page.
Yeah, hold on.
We gotta find another use for that
Yes.
domain name.
So also, I'm the guy that owns a ton of website names
Wow.
for no reason.
You weren't lying. Either.
No, I know. So they all go to the show page. Like if you go to fredslow.com, it just goes to the show page.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, we wanted to auction this thing off. And the idea was we were going to sell $150 raffle tickets because we thought for sure that Van's Prius was worth like $5,000. Like we didn't really know. We're not car guys, right?
Yeah.
But it's easy to sell a $50 raffle ticket. And we thought we would just get 100 friends of the show and throw like a big party,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Okay.
and we were going to get like an ice sculpture of like a Prius.
Oh, wow.
And have like, we had a whole vision.
Yeah.
We were
it's
just gonna
be a gala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were going to spend the $5,000 on the party. This
Right.
was the idea.
Okay.
Long story short,
Mm-hmm.
the station says, hey, FCC says, listen, you can't for your own gain, because that's gambling. Like whatever, they're doing the whole deal. And we're like, oh,
That's called a scam.
Yeah.
FCC won't let them be.
yeah.
Crazy.
Oh, let me be me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Let them see.
so we were heartbroken. So anyways, long story short, Van still has this Prius. So I regularly am like, well, why don't we make it like a hole-in-one car or something? Like, why don't we donate it to like the Boys and Girls Club
Yeah.
closest to the pin something Win Van's Prius? I'm like, this seems like a good idea. It's not come to fruition yet.
Has the FCC weighed in on your new idea yet?
Well, here's the thing. That won't be over the airwaves. So we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole different structure. But anything you guys know, well, Sarah does, and I guess you have to have a degree in it, don't you, Isaiah? So which college was that? The radio listening college?
School.
School?
Forgot.
You're certified in the whatever, though.
Yes.
And so the FCC says fair access, right? You have to be able to, everyone has to have the exact same opportunity, and they would not in Van's Prius situation.
So he's just got a Prius for $5,000 right now.
I don't know the sell value, but that was the party value that we
Okay.
assessed for it.
I'm gonna offer him $2,500 and we'll work from there.
It's
It's probably a pretty good deal for both of you.
yeah, at
Mhm.
this point.
It's gonna be a dual agency. Huh.
Now, you're a big boy.
Sort of. I try.
I mean, you're like a bigger boy.
Mm-hmm.
You would not fit in this Prius. I've been in
a
it.
particularly small Prius.
For big boys, yeah. You would
Well,
be fine,
Zay's
Supple.
been in the back of his truck. Have you been in the back of
Yeah,
the
good
Prius?
question.
I have not been in the back of the Prius.
Oh.
I don't even know if it has back doors.
Oh yeah, then it's definitely a small one. So it's a coupe. It's a Prius coupe.
I think it has back doors. Now that I'm saying.
Okay, so if it's a coupe, I'm
Yeah.
gonna dock off $500 on the price.
Yeah,
So we're down to 2,000.
Yeah, it's down to 2,000.
Okay.
you should just start there anyways and go up to 2,500. Also, I can tell you about the time that I bondoed like the back bumper back onto a part after Van curbed it, leaving a place.
You Bondo?
I was
Okay,
like,
I think this should go down to 1,500 now.
yeah, there's a history with this
There's
thing.
some stories coming out.
Speaking of stories coming out, guess what?
You got 4 minutes. I'm ready.
Reportedly, one of these teams that did not draft Shedeur Sanders, of course, it's all anonymous.
Okay, none of this is going to be real. I'm ready.
Well, they asked him to study their playbook, look at their playbook so that when he came in for his pre-draft interview, they could ask him some questions about it. I guess he came in unprepared and instead asked the team how would they support him and what would their plan be in handling him. So I don't know if he did that to multiple teams, but I guess an anonymous team, that was their reason for not drafting him.
He didn't do the homework.
Did not do the homework and then instead flipped the script and stood on business after not doing the homework. See, when I didn't do my homework, I'd either lie or give it an excuse or I'd at least be honest.
Why did you say honest was at least like the worst option?
Well, because I said lie first.
Oh,
So I had to work my way there. You got to give him something. I mean, he just is like, yeah, not only did I not do it, but what are you guys going to do for me?
Yeah, I don't think that works well for many job interviews.
No.
No.
I think I would do that at a job I didn't want.
That would
Maybe
be the
that's-
one that would take it.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, I like how decisional you are.
Yeah. He's got chutzpah.
He knows what he wants.
Yeah. This guy walks into a room and he commands it. Hey, also, if you do find that person that likes that style and you are that style, never quit that job because those people are not everywhere.
Very
Noted.
true.
Certain types, especially in the sports world, you know how like tissue paper thin like coaches are and athletes?
Mm-hmm. Looks like John Morant in Memphis. He can't leave. They love him in Memphis.
And there's like you can't wins on stuff where it's, I'll just give you an example. Any of the dudes right now that just got their 5th-year options renewed are invoked or whatever verbiage I'm trying to say.
I don't even know exactly what that means. But lifted, removed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are mad that they're getting paid their 5th year, or they're mad that they didn't get their 5th year. Like there's not like a win on it because you think if you don't get it, you're going to get more money from somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And you think if you do get it, you're not getting the amount of money you're going to get from someone else, or vice versa. If you don't get it, you think you're never going to get more money. There's no way to ever win any of these conversations with these athletes.
And except for the fact that they're going to be getting money at the end of the day.
Some, but maybe they could have got more.
Yeah, there's always a what if. There's always a what if. So basically, for Shedeur, you're saying since they took him, with him being that way in the interviews, he should never leave Cleveland. He's just locked in.
If they're into him, yeah.
He'd be the first guy to ever get drafted to Cleveland and retire there, I bet.
I mean,
without looking it up.
He can't go to the New York Giants and bring this attitude to Malik Neighbors after he's not throwing Neighbors the ball. Like, you're cooked. Malik Neighbors beat you up.
I can see it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he's probably asking. How are you going to support me when I'm screwing up?
At least he's being proactive. He's not waiting. It's better to be proactive. It's another reason why he should be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
He don't want to be a starting quarterback. He just wants to be a star. Speaking of the Nine Varsity after the break is athletes in movies. Let's do it whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is
Welcome back to Two Men On. Van's not here. Sarah Supple joins us on the program. Sarah, welcome.
Thank you.
Isaiah Johnson is producing.
Yes, he is.
It's our I-9 varsity. Today's I-9 varsity, the I-9 varsity of athletes and movies. This is because Isaiah's favorite player, Shadur Sanders, wants to be a star. Wants to be a star.
He'll be in a movie someday.
Reach out to I9 Sports at i9sports.com. League office 280 at i9sports.com, 505-312-4999. Reach out to they. Currently, team registrations available for flag football and soccer, baseball, volleyball, and cheerleading training and instructional programs also available.
I see those I-9 stickers everywhere.
Going on my truck.
I see them everywhere.
I'm like the whole billboard. I got the YMCA. I got the Dukes. Like, if you see me driving around, also, if you know my license plate, and a lot of people do, you're like, oh, there's Frey.
I don't know the license plate, but there's a distinct sticker you got in the back, which I won't say on air, obviously.
Are you talking about my old truck or my new truck? Yeah.
How?
That's what I thought. You see?
He's upgrading. How recent is the new truck?
I don't know. I've had it for a while.
Okay, then I guess it's probably that one.
It's a nice truck. Today's I9 varsity of athletes in movies. I will go first, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You will go second.
Okay.
Sarah Supple, you will go third.
Got it.
Okay. I think I'm going to lead off with The Princess Bride. So give me Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant and The Princess Bride. Anybody want a peanut? Was my absolute favorite as a kiddo. Also, The Princess Bride is a 10 out of 10 banger.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's just a great movie.
Yeah. The Eighth Wonder of the World. Rob Reiner at his finest. Give me Andre the Giant, and one of the most legendary roles of one of the most legendary wrestlers, The Princess Bride. So I got Andre the Giant.
Okay, it's a strong one. It's a
Thank
strong
you.
one.
Isaiah?
Now, I'm going to come in with a strong one, with a strong puncher,
Oh.
a hard hitter.
Okay.
Mike Tyson in The Hangover.
Oh, okay. That's a good answer.
Oh,
That's
yes.
a great one.
You know how hard it has to be to get an iconic scene out of that movie? Out of all the scenes in that movie,
Yeah.
for his scene to be able to stand out as most people's most memorable scene, although that could be up for a large debate.
Now you're talking about when he dances and punches that guy?
Yes, with the whole Phil Collins, everything
Yeah.
about the whole scene is, yes, all-time great.
That face tattoo aged really well.
It did.
That thing seems stupid when he got it. It's not stupid at all.
It's iconic.
It's icon. It's a brand.
It is.
He branded his face in the best way.
Okay, no, I'm gonna.
You're gonna do that too.
Yeah. Go ahead and get
that's
it.
your deal.
Yep.
Sarah Supple.
So I tried to steer away from, going Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
the Terminator.
Which is a very good answer. You're
It's
talking
a very good
yeah,
answer, but
Mr. Universe.
However, I really like Terry Crews in anything he's in.
Yes.
Anything.
He used to play a little football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White Chicks, Friday After the Next.
Yeah. I think he was in Bridesmaids too.
Mhm.
He's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine if you guys watch that TV show.
Idiocracy is fire.
Yep, fire.
He's like kind of the only time I've seen him on TV and he wasn't kind of the same character was Everybody Hates Chris.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that from like a
No, the
is that on a station I don't get at my house?
You guys know Everybody Hates Chris, like the TV series. Chris Rock's doing like voiceovers. Is
that on
way.
that's on the shared Netflix account that me and Sarah have?
No, it was
I think we missed it.
Yeah, it's not in our algorithm.
Yeah.
I would say this show probably got big between like 2010 and like 2016, maybe earlier in 16. I'd say like 2008.
I have
2012.
I have no recollection of.
Wow.
What was the name? It's a sentence. What is it?
Everybody Hates Chris.
What is it streaming on?
I think it was like I don't want to say anything Nickelodeon or T-Nick. I don't want to say
It's like a kid show, or is it on
I gotta look
bet.com?
this up.
I wouldn't say it was a kid's show. Wow.
I mean, you got to know your
I'm
audience
I'm
here.
in shock. It definitely was teenager to adult.
Everybody, what?
Hates Chris. Terry
I've
Crews
never-
is like the
Oh.
star of that.
I did not.
No,
watch
not for
this at all.
Never ever.
Wow.
This was not marketed towards me and Sarah.
Yeah, in 2005, I was.
We were
in
all
high
Midwest,
school.
huh? We were all in the Midwest, I think, though, weren't we?
I had just graduated high school.
And I was in high school.
Were you in the Chicago area?
No,
Okay.
I went to high school here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that excuses you, Fred.
Does not
Wow.
excuse Fred.
I was a sophomore in college.
Yeah, so you should have been.
I wasn't watching the Disney Channel, brother.
It was Disney. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, so I didn't remember it being.
But
Disney.
also, even if it wasn't, I wasn't watching the Disney Channel.
But are you Chris Rock fan?
All I really know is Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were to tell me he was in a bunch of stuff, I'd say yes and have to move on because I wouldn't want to look stupid.
We're grown ups, right? Everyone's seen that.
Would you recommend Everybody Hates Chris?
I would. I
Okay.
would.
I'll give it a go.
Yes, it's very fun, especially if you like Chris Rock. Fred, why do I feel like you're about to say you haven't seen Grown Ups?
I've never seen Grown Ups.
Sarah?
I haven't either.
Yeah, you handling this one?
Wow.
I not only have I not seen it, I don't even necessarily think I know what it is.
That's okay. There's no way.
Does it have Martin Lawrence in it?
No, but that was a good question.
Okay, see, I was like trying to get there.
He would have fit in there. He
Okay.
would have been able to. If you Google Grown Ups, he's got Kevin James, David Spade, who's actually coming out here pretty soon.
None of those guys are my guys.
Okay. Adam Sandler?
Aware. Is it an Adam?
I
I've seen
hope-
this movie.
okay,
I have seen
okay,
this movie.
Okay. And then probably the first and the second and third.
Is it an Adam Sandler like bit?
He stars in it.
He does all. He owns the production company for all those.
Yeah, so he's definitely, and there's one, he's got his son, and oh man.
Well, and that's like, I know we're on the I-9 varsity of athletes
Yeah,
and movies.
yeah.
So he was in that Uncut Gems, which is the most fire anxiety ridden movie of all time. And it had Kevin Garnett in it,
yeah.
but he played himself. So I don't really know if that
Yeah.
counts.
Doesn't he
so-
kind of always?
Who, Kevin Garnett?
I thought you were talking about Adam Sandler.
No, this is the most oppo Adam Sandler role ever. This is not, he's not funny. He's like the most serious methody thing ever, but it's like an anxiety trip from the second it starts all the way up to the finish, which I won't talk about at all because you need to not know for the movie to work.
Okay. I have seen, either I saw the first half and fell asleep, or I've seen the ending. I don't
All right,
remember.
that's brutal that you just said that.
But I have
Either
seen,
way, he was sleeping at some point.
yeah, I watch movies late. It's hard for me to watch a movie in the daytime. I'm thinking about after the movie.
The answer is Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3. That is the answer. Yeah, played Thunder Lips, the wrestler that Rocky had to fight in an exhibition style match early on in the movie before he took on Mr. T. So give me Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3. So there you go.
Okay.
Also, if you recall, Mr. T then appeared at WrestleMania 3 years later, and Mr. T learned and got that rub because he played Clubber Lang in Rocky 3. Isaiah?
The more you know. I'm going to go with the easy, low hanging fruit.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Space Jam, but the LeBron version.
Space
what?
Jam.
The LeBron version.
Again, I've never seen it.
Now, that one I can understand. I give you a pass for not seeing the new Space Jam.
Is it on the Disney?
I believe it had to have been. Yeah, Warner Bros, Disney, ESPN. Yeah.
Okay.
LeBron, yeah.
They own it all now.
Which still is very weird to me. To think of Disney and ESPN in the same anything.
Well, they've been together the whole time.
The whole time?
The whole time.
But ever
Disney-
since That's So Raven was on TV whole time.
Yeah,
That
100%.
was a great show, by the
Yeah,
way.
ESPN has always been owned by. Because ABC is Disney.
Also, Disney is just out here balling.
Well, they have it. They literally have it all. Supple?
I'm gonna go with Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay. Now he's been in a lot of things.
I'm thinking scary movie.
Okay. That's not the best one you could have made.
But it is for me because I love the scary movie series.
pretty good little film.
My issue with those is I hadn't seen all the movies that they were doing spin-offs of in there.
So you didn't get the spiffs.
Yeah, the
I think that's why I like them, because I love scary movies.
I wish I could have seen the movies first, because I saw that and then I go to watch the actual scary movie and it wasn't scary because I'm just thinking of the scary movie version.
Also, The Ring is not scary. That's like not a scary movie.
It was when it came out.
That one terrified me.
I had nightmares.
I did not like the TV screen after that movie.
Yeah, same. What age did you watch The Ring that didn't scare you?
The day I wasn't watching All About Mike, or what was the name of the show? All About Chris.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah, everybody hates Chris.
All About Mike.
Wait, so what is your favorite Shaq movie then?
I guess Papa John's commercials, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite acting role he does.
I was going to say The General.
Who the Generals are going to?
No, I actually have them. Fun fact.
Marketing works. 505-246-0610. My last one on my list is, of course, the Macho Man Randy Savage, as he was in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies, played Bonesaw McGraw, and wasn't really that far from reality for old Macho Man because it was a pro wrestling kick in the Spider-Man movie. So give me that. So my list wraps up with Macho Man Randy Savage.
Okay. So that leaves me, huh?
Yep.
Oh, we have to have 3.
Well, you don't have to. We can just go to break after I say it.
Third time's a charm. You got to come with a good one. I'll drag this out to give you some time. I'm going to go with Boban Marjanovic.
Okay, who?
Marjanovic. He was the big old, he used to play for the Clippers, a 7-footer. He was in John Wick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he had a pretty solid fighting scene for John Wick. For someone to be that tall, I know there's cut scenes in training, but very, very good scene. Didn't he get killed with a pencil?
He did. Yeah. And John Wick is wild to me because, like, I think it's the only movie where I'm weirded out on how good it is.
Yeah, John Wick is one of my favorite movies. That is a great, great movie.
And then for the dog lovers out there, you just feel them. Oh, you feel them. You're like, yeah, John, same.
Also, Kevin Nash is in that. So that continues the pro wrestling theme.
There we go.
I'm telling you. Also, Isaiah plays a lot of video games and imagines himself as John Wick while doing it. So that's part of the fandom here, too.
They did put him in Call of Duty a couple years ago. I didn't spend money on it, though.
What does that mean?
Oh, yeah. It was like as him, too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sarah's a Call of Duty player.
So,
wow.
So you can play the Call of Duty as John Wick?
Yeah, there's like some players where, marketing, right? Marketing works.
Sure.
I'm sure it's when John Wick came out. But yeah, they'll drop your character in there. Me personally, it would make me feel weird seeing a virtual version of myself get shot. But
he's in Fortnite too.
Yep. Now Fortnite's a little different. That's a little more cartoonized. He's in a bunch of stuff. Of course.
Yeah, license that thing out.
Yeah, I guess the shooting thing doesn't bother him.
Yeah, definitely not.
Last one, Supple, before we go to break.
No, we got to end on John Wick.
2 men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, Sports Animal. Welcome back to Two Men On. Big thank you to Sarah Supple, who joined us for the last hour-ish. Sarah, you're like a big sports fan.
I would love to date an athlete if that's what you mean.
Yeah, you gonna go Jordan Herndon? That's your plan? That's how you get where you want to be.
Is she dating an athlete?
You don't think that
I would
counts?
love to.
Is Bill Belichick dating an athlete?
Was she an athlete? What did she do?
That's a good
Did
question.
not tell you.
I've spent a lot of time learning about her. Mostly it's just her Instagram and the pictures that are on it. She looks athletic.
I guess. Oh.
But I mean, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say she's not like a beautiful human being?
No, I hadn't looked at her in that way.
She's objectively the prettiest person I've ever seen.
What do you mean by objectively?
Like you could say no, and I could tell you why you're wrong. Like she's mathematically pretty.
Wow.
If you were to draw a pretty person, this is who you would draw.
I guess I didn't think she was.
I gotta pull her up again.
Yeah, I didn't think she was. Look, I'm not gonna sit here and judge her looks. I'm more focused on how she's acting.
She was Miss Hancock USA.
She was mishandling the interview.
Okay, so you did that.
That was good. Objectively, yeah, I think she's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And you just don't see it, Isaiah, because you think she has an ugly energy.
Well, if you go watch the clip of her like stopping the interview, she just doesn't look like the same person as I'm sure whatever picture you're looking at. All I've seen is what I saw in the interview.
Yeah, she doesn't have her smile on in that interview.
Yeah.
If I click follow on her Instagram right now, I could be her 100,000th follower. She's right there.
What if I bet her comments are off.
How would I ever know that?
Click on the picture.
No, there's comments.
How many?
Hundreds?
Oh yeah, then she's bold.
Yeah, and people are just like celebrating it.
Yeah. I bet it's celebration in the comments. Read me one of those celebrations.
Yeah, let's hear the comments.
Yeah.
All right. And please forgive me here because I don't Instagram a ton. I don't really know how to navigate the thing. So the first one just says, how did you guys meet? Which is the question from the CBS interview.
Yeah, harmless question. He's curious.
And now he's blocked from her page.
Yeah. She definitely seems like the type to block people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure her block list is as long as the comment list.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of comments that say we're not talking about this. So also, is it weird to block people? Because I block people all the time. That's like my go-to move.
It's a good question. I think it depends.
Especially on my wrestling stuff, because wrestling fans are wild weird.
See, you are blocking like the crazy comments of people that you don't know.
They say weird stuff.
Yeah, there you go. So you have a reason for it.
Yeah, some of your wrestling fans have trickled down to me. I love them.
They're wild.
Yeah.
I bet that'd be entertaining, though. You're like blocking out some entertainment, you know?
At the May 10th show, we had that 6-woman championship match. The comments around that are terrifying.
Do you think that they know that they're blocked?
Oh, yeah. Well,
hey, I know they do because they come up to me at the show and they apologize and ask me to unblock them.
you got to hit them with you're blocked for a reason. Can't unblock you. That's one of the things about unblocking. So if you want to unblock someone, they prove a point, and you unblock them,
it's just
you're done. You're done. You can't do anything.
Yeah, you can't
now.
go back.
Now you're just take the L. Take the L.
Sarah, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me today.
Nohelani Adder joins us after the break. We're excited to have her talk about what's going on in the world of sports, pop culture, current events, and news of the day. Sarah, final words?
I'm gonna go grab some dinner.
I got a quick Sarah. 100 men versus one gorilla. Who wins?
100 gorilla wins. I still think. Yeah.
Okay. You know ball.
What's your take?
Definitely the gorilla.
Okay.
Fred thinks men. Fred said 100. 100
We're just
Freds.
disagreeing on everything with Fred today.
100 Freds. He says could take on the gorilla.
I could definitely handle Jordan Herndon. Schumann on 95 and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
And Fred Slow with producer Isaiah Johnson on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Welcome back to 2 Men On. Here's a little reminder. Van's not here. Van's not here today. Big thank you to David Weesey Carl, the vice president of the New Mexico United, who started the show with us. Big thank you to Sarah Supple, sat with us for the last hour plus, talking the world of, well, I guess, athletes and film, which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan Hordon, who we learned a ton about. And sitting now with us is Nohelani Adder.
Good job.
Welcome, Noe. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How are you guys doing today?
Love having you here. Put that microphone right in front of your face. Nohelani runs the Uptown Sports Bar. She is a friend of mine, and we regularly laugh every time we interact. Lots of fun talks about the Steelers, and it's a super good spot in town to catch the big game or even the smaller game because there's like a million TVs in there.
Yeah, there's too much, and honestly, dealing with TVs at this level and dealing with sports fans, it's honestly very obnoxious. So.
Yeah, is it like the home viewing of any certain team? Does it have like a which one?
The Steelers.
But that's your team.
Yeah, I know.
Is that a coincidence or did you build that?
No, it was a coincidence for sure. It was there before me, apparently.
I think Steelers fans are on the list of unpredictable in the way that I don't want to try.
What do you mean?
Like if I put a bunch of them in one place, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, are they great? Maybe. Are they the worst? Equal, maybe.
Equal. That's so true.
When their team loses, I don't know.
They're very sad beans. You know what I mean? They're just sad. And that's okay. I think almost every team is. It's definitely not as bad as, the Cowboys, but
that's the worst one.
It's like she was listening on the way.
No, well, everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that. Come on. It's a personality trait for the Cowboys.
Yeah. Even the Cowboys are the team that leaked that Shadur Sanders is a bully. I don't know if you know that.
I'm not familiar with like all the names.
No, that's okay.
It's like, don't judge me.
There's no reason to. So when you get in, so let's say it's like not a primetime game, right? Not a Thursday night, not a Sunday night, not a Monday night, but a regular Sunday. When does football start here? 11 o'clock on a Sunday. How many Steeler fans are out?
Oh my God. I feel like the Steelers on like Sunday mornings, or if there's an earlier game in general, it's a packed house. They come in deep, and honestly, it's very exciting to see because of the diehard fans that go there. Even if they don't do well, they're there for a good time, and the community that Uptown Sports Bar has for the Steelers, it's beautiful. It's really cute.
If they were to play the Cowboys, do the Cowboys fans also try to come out and create like a dueling fanny situation?
They do actually, and it's really cool because it happens more often than we think, but there's a lot of families who are Cowboys fans and the Steelers fans.
Right.
There's no beef.
Like they wear like the sewn together jersey, like the one half Dallas Cowboy, one half Steeler.
Well, yeah. The biggest thing about the Cowboys Steelers is like they really, really disliked each other in the 90s and the 80s. I guess 70s.
Well, because of the 70s. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I think there's not really much to beef about. So I think now it's just kind of like a look at us kind of moment.
Well, historically, they're very similar. Like historically, they were real successful when no other teams were trying to be successful. And then the last 30 years or so, outside of one Super Bowl, because Mike Tomlin's the worst coach in the history of sports.
I don't know. Sorry.
I promise you he is.
Okay, very good.
He won one, but Steelers fans can't escape like that. So they still wear Ben Roethlisberger jerseys, and he's the worst human being on the planet.
Yeah, absolutely. Even who
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. Who was that one Samoan guy? Was it
Pouncey?
No, someone else. I can't even think.
He's a big boy.
There's a different one, but anyways, they're just still repping the old school folks, and that's cool.
That's one. Cool. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Oh, what's that big boy's name right there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He had the big hair.
Yes. People were still diehard fans for him, so good for him.
Had me buying Head and Shoulders when I had a low fade.
just put it on the wall.
Yeah, why not? Put it on my head and rinse it out.
Love it.
That's the best part of sports, right? It's like the fellowship of watching. Like if you can sit down, we were talking about this with the Lakers lost last night. Me and Van and Steve Palmisano are watching the game last night on the patio, and we're having, a beer, and we're doing that whole thing, and it's a lot of fun. but we FaceTime Isaiah because his team's losing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very good.
To let him know that his team's losing.
That's definitely a guy thing, right?
We were trying to be good friends, I thought.
Yeah, they're like, just make sure Isaiah doesn't jump off his balcony.
We were just doing a little heat check on you.
Yeah.
Oh, the heat checks.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna say that from now on.
Yeah, it was just
I love that.
yeah, just making sure you're still warm, brother. Just
Are you live?
yeah,
Good.
just I see LeBron's killing you right now. Well, I guess
Yeah.
it was Rudy Gobert killing you.
Yeah. And JJ Redick, but
I mean, JJ went on the court and he's like coaching or whatever.
could have used him.
There were 40 missed threes. 40.
I didn't watch the game. I'm sorry.
Hey, you missed nothing.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry. I can't collect.
Hey,
I
don't
can't bring in this conversation.
don't worry. Isaiah watched it twice. He watched it and then rewatched it because he
Yeah.
wasn't sad enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm one of those guys like with music, like this song's supposed to make me feel more sad. Restart.
Yeah, do it again. I'm not sad enough yet.
Now that's a little bit of a fact.
Isaiah's got layers to his sadness.
He's
Like
a
yeah.
onion. That's all right.
Isaiah loses a girlfriend, which happens regularly, right? He loses a girlfriend. He'll read her story, like her stories come up. He makes sure he watches them all, and then he notices when they don't watch his. Like he looks to see because just watching their stories, that's kind of sad. But when they don't watch his, that's double sad for him.
Oh
Like,
my god.
He needs the layers.
The only time I go to an ex's story is if I don't have any gym motivation.
Oh,
Oh
Mhm.
Jesus.
There's a bar for you guys at home. You not enough motivation to go to the gym? Go to your ex's
yeah.
page.
Also, put She-Wolf on your iPod.
Oh my god. Please don't listen to them. Whoever's listening, don't listen to that.
These are good notes.
These are horrible notes.
That's how you punch in.
Yeah, literally.
Very good. Good for you.
Nohelani's with us. We're talking the world of sports and the fellowship that surrounds it. You're at Uptown Sports Bar. So we did a fun event with my wrestling there a couple weeks ago. Had a lot of fun, and we've been talking about making a move over there and having the friends of the show out and doing a whole thing. Who does come out? Is it family friendly? Like, what's the setting out there at the Uptown Sports Bar?
It is family friendly. Kids got to be out by 9.
Okay.
Kids, when I mean kids, anyone under 21.
Yes.
But overall, it is a family fun place. Kind of.
They have chicken tenders because that's what Isaiah needs.
Are you a chicken tender boy?
I can't be tender, but I like chicken nuggets.
Oh no.
He's a nuggy boy.
You know,
His palate is not refined.
You got a new menu today, huh?
Tomorrow.
Comes out tomorrow.
It does.
Isaiah, what are you doing for lunch tomorrow?
Going to Uptown Sports
yeah,
Bar.
and a new menu.
Got to get them nugs.
Mhm. Do you guys do like 3 chicken nuggets, 2 tenders? Like, is that like a thing or?
What is
What
this
is that?
specific?
What is
I don't know.
that?
What if I'm just feeling like a little bipolar that day?
No. The answer is no. You're gonna have to just deal with the big boy tenders.
Just everyone say, nah, we can't do that. I'm sorry.
Absolutely not.
I don't want a full order of tenders or full order of nuggets. Kind of like half and half.
What is the difference?
Exactly.
The difference is one's like processed and blended, and one is just chicken strips, like actual chicken.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I thought maybe there'd be like you cut up the tenders and then they become nuggets.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Chick-fil-A does that.
I was going to say that, but they're not a friend of the show, so I was like,
Are we talking chicken chunks? Or are we talking chicken nuts?
You call them chunks?
You don't call them a cut up breast into chunks is a chicken chunk.
chunk of chicken?
That's a chicken chunk, and then you batter, deep fry,
Oh,
lightly season, and serve to Isaiah with some ketchup.
You have another
Barbecue sauce.
business. It's just a chicken business.
Growing up is realizing that ketchup is not acceptable for chicken.
Growing up
Chicken
is that
nuggets.
ketchup is just not a good sauce.
If you really salt a ketchup, though, I'm into it. You give me like a salty ketchup boy on like a.
Are you a salty boy?
I'm absolutely a salty boy. Of all, if you're me and Isaiah talk about this all the time. Like if you're like, hey, I got a sweet snack, no, I'm good. I got a salty snack. In
No, salty and
Salty,
sweet.
sweet?
Give me,
Yeah,
give me like a
mix it up.
salted caramel.
are you over there describing savory? Like you say savory, you describing savory.
Because it's actually, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give you that.
I do
Yeah.
see sweet and savory, mate. So the savory's a little tang that comes in there, huh? Okay.
Nohelani continues with us after the break, where we're going to talk about the absolute best snacks to down when watching the big game. It's 2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Two Men On. Before the break, we were pointing out how Isaiah doesn't have any taste buds. Our new friend Nohelani Hatter is here from Uptown Sports Bar. So I'm with you, Isaiah, on savory, especially when it comes to sports. Because I want to watch sports, but I want to consume, right?
Right.
Like if you say to me, like, hey, Fred, do you want to, after the show, do you want to go get a hot dog? I'll go, no. But if you're like, hey, Fred, do you want to go to the ballpark and get a hot dog? Yes. Yes, I do. Because it tastes better for some reason.
Yeah, same thing with wings. Wings and football.
Exact same thing with wings and football.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole gig.
And football specifically, because say you go to like famed wing location and they have like, I don't know, the big combat sports event or something on. I don't need wings for that. Like that's not for me there.
We're talking about like UFC and wings?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I'm not buying into that. That's
Really?
like a pizza deal.
Really? So you think that fighting and wrestling is more of a pizza deal?
Yeah, I would say that.
I don't know about you. Oh, that's
If you're at the event, yes.
Put that microphone right in front of your face. I've never eaten a Cracker Jack outside of a ballpark. Like there are just certain foods that only exist to me in certain environments. Do they sell cotton candy at the grocery? I don't know.
They do.
They do?
They do.
See, I don't know that.
No, that's a big one.
It's very random.
Yeah, whoever's just buying cotton candy for home, you better have a child.
Is it?
Why? Why are you? Why? That was such a hater. That was a hater
Hey,
comment.
you've been hater
Oh.
all week, dude.
Buying cotton candy, just imagine just a full-grown adult like, all right, yeah, I'm just chilling. All right.
You
Time
have
to
these
grab the cotton
full-grown
candy.
adults. They're just tender chicken nugget people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You spend a ton of time on Tinder.
Yeah, if you put it that way, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, unrefined palates.
Also, cotton candy, I feel like
It's horrible.
you need something more filling. You know, if you're gonna put something in your cabinet at home, it needs to be more filling. If it's taking up space, it needs to take up space when you eat it.
That's a very good comment. I like that a lot.
Came up with that on the fly.
What is
I'm gonna put that in my
that was
my
one
library.
that was one of those does it bring joy kind of things?
It
That
brings
was-
a hella joy.
yeah. I say I had that one.
It does. I feel like it would bring you joy too.
I'm not knowing any friends of the show to go home and be like, can't wait to deep fry a corn dog.
People they don't deep fry it, they microwave
Yeah,
them.
and I definitely have gotten occasions. That's great when you get home. You get home, for me, throw about 5 in the microwave.
5 corn dogs? Are you being serious?
Yeah.
You only eat one?
There's
Now, especially now the sausage, the little pancake sausage thingies.
Yes.
6 of
What
those
is
bad
it,
boys.
the Jimmy
Yeah, the Jimmy Deans. If-
those are not for sports.
If my plate was bigger, it'd be about 8 of them on there.
Your microwave plate.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
So if you're watching
Either or.
hockey and someone gave you 5 corn dogs, you would deny them.
Am I at the game or am I at home?
so at home, you're just not eating
Home.
the corn dogs.
He just denies them.
Like,
No,
yeah, I'm
I'm not-
starving. All I got is corn dogs in there, and I can't
Yeah.
eat those
Forget these corn
until the
dogs.
game starts.
I've never ever been like, oh, I'm at the house watching the Lakers lose.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get some soft beer pretzel nuggets. Like I've never done that. But if I'm
Where does that come from?
well, I don't know, like Annie Ann's, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
like
talking
a
about?
little
Like, I don't know
pretzel
what you
bite,
call
little
them.
popcorn pretzel.
Yeah. But if I'm at
Chicken chunks.
if I'm at the game and there's the cardboard cup of them and it's got like a little mound overflowing,
Yeah.
I'm trying to down that.
Now, what sucks by those things though is, see, I spill things. My fingers. I'm very, very heavy-handed. That's why I hate holding babies. By the way, don't ever ask me or say I can hold your child. I get
Okay.
nervous.
Just fucking you.
Yeah.
Eat them.
So I will say,
Can't drop them is what you can't do.
yes. Well, the cheese sauce. I get the cheese sauce, and it usually would taste better, but I'm like, I'm not gonna spill the cheese, so I just go for the pretzel bites with the salted. If you get unsalted pretzel bites, you're a weirdo.
Just dry pretzel.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
You're a dry person if you do that, unless you're on a diet and you can't eat salt.
Ah.
Everyone can eat salt.
Ooh.
Uh,
I don't know what the medical things are that prohibit salt, but if you salt up like, I don't know, like a meat thing or something, like a salty meat.
Mhm.
That's way better than even like some bread.
Well, of course, they're comparing it to bread.
Yeah. Like go with the salt.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with that, honestly. Yeah.
But when would you ever substitute bread for salt or salt for bread?
All the time.
All right.
That's what yeah.
I don't need any bun for that sandwich. Just put some salt on there.
That kind of works for me. Yeah. Or have you ever made like a Coney Island sauce or something and it's like kind of sweet, but then you put like you salt that thing out and level it?
Coney Island sauce.
It's like goes on hot dogs and stuff. It's I don't know. It's super, I guess that's kind of East Coasty. I didn't mean to lean into this.
Oh,
it's like
wow.
Mustard.
Mustard's part of it. It's kind of like a sloppy Joe kind of thing.
Interesting.
It's delicious.
Is it salty?
It can be.
Noted.
It might be from Detroit. Now that we're saying it,
Interesting.
it's in like the Midwest version of walking tacos.
Oh, this is all new information to me.
Walking tacos are like what's it called when you pop a Fritos bag?
Yeah, track meat food.
Yeah. What is a walking taco called here in New Mexico?
Frito pie.
Frito pie.
Oh, a walking taco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you guys call it?
Because
Yeah.
you
walk around the fair with it.
You can walk around a fair with a taco too.
That's why I wasn't going to go there so quickly. I knew she was going to call me out on that one.
Whoever created it should be
because you can walk
fired.
around. No, actually, no, you can. It's a taco that's walked out of the shell and found its way into a bag.
You pop the bag. You
Yeah.
put in the plastic cheese.
Okay.
You put in like the Coney sauce, which is kind of like a sloppy Joe, kind of like a taco-y thing.
Okay. So, all right. So, like some chili stuff?
You can have chili, the food, not chili, the ingredient, but you put that in there. And then on top of the plastic cheese and the stuff, that you put like little onion bits.
Yeah.
Little diced tomato bits.
Lettuce. I bet red chili, though, would taste.
It'd be all right.
It would fit. It would fit into this.
Interesting. Okay. So, Frito pie.
Yeah. Is delish.
Walking taco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like if you invite me and Isaiah over and you're like, hey, boys, like I made you some homemade guac. Me and Isaiah would expect you to be turning a game on. Like we're not going to just sit around and eat guac. We're expecting that there's going to be baseball on the TV.
Yeah.
Right?
Here's a healthy episode of Harry Potter.
Yeah. I'd assume chips were going with it.
It's just a bowl of guac.
Yeah,
my
right.
guy.
2 spoons.
Here you go, guys. Enjoy.
For you.
Here you go. Imagine.
The big one's the one this weekend, right? Because we're doing over at Sawmill, we're doing our Kentucky Derby watch party. Mint juleps. Like if I'm gonna have a mint julep,
there better be horses on the screen.
yeah, you best believe that I'm about to be rooting for the ponies.
Absolutely.
See, this mint julep, I now know by looking at it. Now, does it come like? I see it looks kind of darker. It's got a color. Does it ever come with like tequila or anything like that, or no?
So actually, mint juleps is only bourbon, sugar, mint, and ice.
There you go.
So
it's delicious.
It sounds good.
I don't like it.
Oh.
But good for you that you like it.
I also like, 50% of the proceeds from mint julep purchases at Sawmill on Saturday goes to support the Boys and Girls Club.
All right. I like it. I like it now. There you go. I'll enjoy it.
Can't read a book by its cover.
There you go. Absolutely. You know what? I like it then.
I think the only time I eat dollar sandwiches is at like Super Bowl watch parties. And I haven't been to a Super Bowl watch party in years because we're always at the Super Bowl. But if I was at a Super Bowl watch party and you were like, hey, bring a snack or whatever, I would make dollar sandwiches.
Now,
What are dollar sandwiches?
Yeah, does this count like the little Jimmy Dean like breakfast sandwiches or?
No, those are brekkie Sammys.
No.
Dollar sandwiches are when you take the thing of Hawaiian rolls and you cut it through the middle.
Oh.
And then you place the meats and the veggies and then you slap the top back on, cut it into 12 or whatever.
When did those ever get the name of dollar sandwiches?
I don't know. That's just what they're called.
I was like, really?
What do you call them?
Little sliders. Slider boys.
That might pass.
Yeah, sliders, I think
Sliders?
passes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in this economy, they're not $1.
You brought me to that birthday party last year. I had some fire sliders. Were those dollar sandwiches or those sliders?
My birthday party?
No, it was the one.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
I don't. So this is how food centric you are, idiot. We're at this birthday party for like a to-doer around town. There's like an influencing person around town.
Cute.
We don't need to say their name on air.
Mhm.
And there's like a ton of people to meet. There's like the room full of the prettiest girls Isaiah's ever been in. And we're talking like just a really good opportunity to like grow as a person. And you're still talking about the catering?
Oh yeah, the food.
Like,
God, when I got there, I was starving. Like I remember I got there, I was so hungry.
Good for you. Honestly, full send. I'm glad.
And plus, no, hey, you can agree to this. When you go somewhere and you're not too familiar with the people, but you see food over there and you're hungry, it's like, oh, yeah, this is my escape. This is my escape route.
That's where I'm sitting at.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the food, sit down, eat,
enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to join, absolutely.
Exactly. Now, when you finish that plate, if no one's came to join you, now you're in trouble.
That's
now you gotta.
You can just sit there and just snack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Snack.
All right, the texter says dollar sandwiches are also called funeral sandwiches.
Oh,
yeah.
I
funeral sandwiches.
Could have elaborated a little bit there.
I just pulled up what that is. It is the exact same thing. So
I hope that there's no funeral sandwiches at my funeral.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Sounds like funeral catering. It's got to be where
you
it's
do
from.
a little butter on the top. You put a little sprinkle finish on it.
Some garlic.
Yeah, you slap that thing in the oven for a minute.
Gorgeous.
It's delicious.
Melted cheese.
And it's so cheap.
It is.
And it's good for watching sports.
It'd be very easy. It's very easy to make. Sure.
Yeah. Never ever have I been like, oh, I want buffalo chicken dip.
I was just about to point that out.
Yeah.
Buffalo chicken dip. You try to look up like the #1 sports food, you see all this weird stuff like buffalo chicken dip, loaded tater tots.
Yeah.
All that sounds fuego. What do you mean?
But only with sports.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're still on the sports topic.
That's
not
what
the
I'm
funeral topic.
No, funeral.
No. Loaded tots at the funeral has got too much, too extravagant.
It's too exciting.
Yeah,
we all have to be sad.
Yeah, this is an awful time. Let's eat some loaded tater tots.
Wait, so you're telling me that you would not eat a buffalo chicken dip something?
Like just in passing?
No, at a game?
No, I would only at a game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Or while watching a game.
Okay, but
if I say it was like, hey, I got a new slow cooker, Fred, come over. I'm about to blow your palate away. I would go, no.
No.
But if he goes, heads up, got the game on. Bet. Be there.
Oh, okay. All right. So the sports is a scapegoat essentially in order to get the food.
Yeah. Also, we as dudes don't like hanging out unless there's
sports and food.
Yeah, we don't spend any time together unless it's
sports and food.
Like those little mini wiener things we were talking about, where you put the barbecue sauce in the slow cooker.
Blanket?
Yeah.
It would be pigs in the blanket, but there's no blanket.
You're talking about Smokies.
So it's just pure. Pure little weenies.
Yes, and put them in a crock pot because it's a side. So
what do you eat it with? Just
macaroni and cheese.
Yep, with some buffalo chicken dip. And maybe some chicken wings can make the plate.
You can put it all on one bun if you want. Bite into that thing at once. That's heaven.
Wow, beautiful.
You take that to like a high school football game and you set it up out front for like
gone.
That's gone. Like you just raised all the funds for the Girl Scouts
and the Boys and Girls Club.
And the Boys and Girls Club.
Plus the Boys and Girls Club.
Hey, that was when I was running the Boys and Girls Club in St. Louis, the chili cook-off, like the chili fundraiser we do outside the high school football game.
We're talking the food chili, friends of the show.
Yeah,
the food
chili, not the ingredient.
The real
chili.
Actual. I'm joking. You watch my mouth.
Very good.
But that's what I'm saying. It would take longer to set up than it would take to sell because that's what fall time high school football is where I grew up. And you put a big old Bavarian pretzel with it. Oh, I'm in heaven.
Interesting.
Little cracker packets.
Please. Oysters?
Oysters. I like those. Those are awesome.
Hey, can I mess you up real quick? Put popcorn in there. Put popcorn in your chili. So good.
What?
Fill you up. You think I'm playing?
No, this is all new. I'm learning so much. I'm learning so much right now. It's absolutely
popcorn in the chili.
Beautiful.
And then Southwest pretzel meat with some cheese dips, and I'm a happy boy.
What's Southwest pretzel meat?
What's a Southwest pretzel?
Well, what's Southwest pretzel meat? Is that what you said?
Me. Like I want that. I want one in me.
Oh, I was like, what is that?
Pretzel meat.
What's a Southwest pretzel then?
Not good for your diabetes. That's what it is.
Oh, excellent.
They're like little pretzels. They're like I don't know. They're the size of like your not your palm, like smaller than your palm.
Okay, so it's not an oversized, fluffy pretzel. It's a smaller one.
But they are fluffy.
They're fluffy,
but they're little.
Fluffy and little. We
like
love those
if you
too.
put them on skewers, it would be the cutest little thing of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Pretzel skewer.
Pretzies on skewies. Yeah, put that on your menu.
We'll
That's
call them
very
cuties,
cute.
but oranges have already taken that name. Otherwise, it'd be the same thing.
Cutie peas.
Pretzels.
Just straight up pretzels. There you go. That's a perfect name.
Yeah, that
for it.
sounds good. We'll call them
Okay.
pretzels.
I think they have a weird knot too. We'll give you time to digest it over the break. It's
Nice.
2 Men on 95.9 FM and AM 610. Hey, Sports Animal.
Join 90.
little trip down memory lane during the break. Had a lot of fun with that, talking college athletics. We should do a live stream during the break. People subscribe to that. Set up a little Patreon. All right, I got a weird story. It's football adjacent. Steve Smith. So he's a wide receiver. He's played for the Carolina Panthers.
I don't think you're going to say what I think you're going to say.
Used to play, I think, for the Ravens too. Is that right? So he had an affair with a marching band member. Like, that's fine, right? Like, I mean, I'm not the morality police. You do whatever you want with your life. Unless, of course, it's against the law. And apparently, and this is crazy, apparently in North Carolina, there's something called the homewrecker law.
No
Wait,
way.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about this story a while ago, but now knowing there is a law involved, I would love to bring it
So
up.
the husband of the woman who reportedly had an affair with Smith, and by the way, I'm not the guy who judges for affairs. Like, whatever your relationship is, however you guys define your thing, how, I don't know. I'm not the morality police if you're not harming others.
Okay. Could be involved in this, but I got you.
All right.
So the husband of the woman who reportedly had an affair with Smith is suing the NFL former wide receiver for $100,000 in a civil lawsuit. According to the Charlotte Observer, the lawsuit, which was filed in Mecklenburg County Superior Court in North Carolina, accuses Smith of engaging in a months-long affair with his wife, who was then a member of the Ravens marching band.
Oh, I like this law.
Now, Smith met the woman while he was filming an episode of something called the NFL's Most Interesting Jobs with Steve Smith.
Make marriage great again, North Carolina.
That's what they said.
Oh, man.
The two, I guess, connected there, and then she visited him at the hotel.
Well, and they both work within I believe it's the Ravens.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, they both work within the Ravens organization. So that also is a big thing. So they would see each other at work and stuff like that.
Now,
the worst case scenario for her husband.
Smith is being sued under what's called the Alienation of Affection law.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
The law,
Tell me more.
The law allows the spouse to sue a third party for destroying a marriage, known more casually as the homewrecker law. Now, for Isaiah, this is bad news because I don't think that exists here, Isaiah. I think this is just
I was on my way to Google that.
North Carolina thing.
You're about to move to North Carolina.
Yes. My wife is in North Carolina.
Very good.
Isaiah's like, she'll stay with me by law.
By law. And if you don't, I'm suing you.
Yeah, I don't even have to worry about things when I go to work.
Isaiah actually gets over it. He like puts her out there to bait someone.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's gonna trap someone. He's gonna trap Steve Smith into $100,000.
It just becomes a whole scheme.
Yeah.
Very good.
You and Nohelani actually go out there together. It is a scheme.
So I don't know if this article brings it up, but I mean, there's video of this guy calling Steve Smith. Like, I don't know if you heard the audio or what.
No,
it's not really
There's
something.
Some audio of it.
Oh yeah, he calls Steve Smith, and he's got him on speaker, and he's like, "Hey, Steve, you been get with my wife?" And he just goes silent, and he's like, "Man, we got a whole family, dog. Like, Steve, say something." And then he just goes, "I'm sorry."
Oh,
that's all he says is, "I'm sorry."
Oh man.
Well, so it sounds like maybe her and he didn't have the type of relationship where she could do this. Everyone gets sued.
So yeah, and then he posted all of these screenshots and messages online of Steve Smith and this lady texting each other, and
so that
they're reminiscing.
I don't need this public shaming part. I just need the lawsuit. Like that's where you submit that stuff.
I'm sure I'm sure he's using that for the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Now it is weird that he went the public route and then is now coming through at the lawsuit.
And what do the texts say? Were they like, "Hey, this one time at band camp"?
No, it was things. Okay. Yeah, it was things like "I miss you," and then they were, like I said, reminiscing on different ways they made each other feel.
Something tromboner.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Something rearranging objects
Yeah, I got it.
Like, just like I move this paper from the left side to the right side.
Now, if he says, I'm sorry, it feels like that's an admission of guilt. And therefore, this lawsuit,
it's full send.
I mean, it seems like it, right?
Well, did she get sued as well? Because she's the one who opened the home.
So I believe you can.
You're asking the right questions.
Yes. Yeah, did Steve know? That's really the question.
Oh, I mean, she's probably got a big old ring on her finger. Well,
we don't know.
It may not be that big. By the way the guy reacted, the ring may not be that big.
I'm kind of questioning how this thing's even legal. Like, how is Steve Smith,
who's also married, by the way?
See, we don't know their situation. That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
Dude got whole fam bam.
Hey, maybe his lady's got a roster too. We don't know.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's not for us to judge.
Well, it's for this judge to judge.
Yeah, that part is true.
that is very true. Some people are a little bit more fluid, and apparently one's not, and that's usually how that works.
No, that's nice. Now, if you're a guy, right, and you figure out your girl's been now historically, and in other states like New Mexico, for instance, you get cheated on, you got to just pull every single thing out of your own bucket of manhood. Like, what can I do? What can I do to not look worse than I already look?
Make sure you had a prenup signed before, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How are they going to get third-party Steve Smith in a marriage contract situation that he's not in? That sounds crazy to me.
Interesting.
He just says, I'm sorry. It's funny. He tried to keep, as all athletes do nowadays. I don't know if it's the PR team telling them to do this, but you get caught in something big, you just keep on going like nothing happened. So if you look at he's got a little YouTube series where he was grading the wide receivers coming out of college, and he would give a little video breaking down each receiver. 10,000 views, 9,000 views per video. This story broke 80,000 views.
Yeah.
Comments cooked.
Now,
comments were done.
I looked up some information for you guys real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The alienation of affection and criminal conversations lawsuits in North Carolina, 200-ish a year.
Wow.
And $1 million verdicts have not been uncommon.
I like this.
Also, $1 million ain't what it used to be. A wife won. Here's an example of a wife winning $9 million suit against her husband's mistress.
Oh, she probably had.
This same county awarded $1.4 million to a former wrestling coach.
Oh, wow.
Against a whoever was hanging out with his wife. Oh my gosh.
I mean,
wow.
This definitely prevents worse things like altercations. I'm not gonna get mad and go beat up the guy. I'm just gonna sue him.
Yeah.
I like that. It's a good exit.
$1 million here come.
Mm-hmm.
That's always the one. Just sue. When in doubt, litigate. You know how many people want to settle? Everyone.
When in doubt, sue.
Yeah. No, you know what? This isn't for us to decide.
I'm gonna just sue you, man.
You know what I got? I got a couple bucks and a strong belief I might do okay here. Let's go.
Just you go to the lawyer like, hey, I don't have much right now, but I promise you, if you win this, you're gonna make a lot of money.
You can't lose this case.
We wrap up the show whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Channel. Wrapping up the program. Big thank you to David Weesley Carl, who joined us today, the vice president of New Mexico United. He did great. Big thank you to Sarah Supple, who sat down with us. Had a lot of fun talking with her about the city and everything going on. And Nohelani Adder, who just joined us. You have fun?
Oh, I had so much fun.
It's not bad,
This is
right?
Great.
Yeah,
You guys are hilarious.
We're lucky. Isaiah Johnson, heavy lifting today. Thank you.
Of course.
Because Van's not here. But that's all right. We didn't need him. He'll rejoin us tomorrow at the ballpark as the boys are live from Ice Steps Park, 4 o'clock. First pitch is 6:35 tomorrow, so we'll be on with you till 6:15. Come hang out with us. It's a big weekend for the Ice Steps. Mariachi's this Sunday. That's a fun one.
I was out there earlier.
Exciting.
You went out there for the day game?
Yeah, I was out there a little earlier.
Yeah, it's not bad, right?
Yep, saw a lot of wonderful drinks I had to turn down because I knew I was coming on in here, and that would be illegal.
So for Isaiah's not allowed to drink on air because he handles the buttons. That's not true for me.
He said, speaking of,
I do not handle the buttons. I don't think I could, actually.
It's fairly easy. It's fairly easy, but I think this goes for a lot of things in life. It's like everything's smooth until something goes wrong. And it's like, okay, here's where my money's made.
I have an update here for you, Isaiah. In New Mexico, an alienation of affection suit does allow a spouse to sue a third party for interfering with their marriage and causing the loss of their spouse's affection. This legal claim, sometimes referred to as a heart bomb tort, is a civil suit that seeks compensation for the emotional harm and financial losses resulting from the interference. So if she's married, Isaiah, you stay away from her. You stay away from whoever it is because you're about to catch a case.
Yeah, let me hold on.
You got to delete some numbers.
You got to call my lawyer.
Yeah. Well, you weren't married, Isaiah. You don't.
Oh, I'm not. No,
you won't have standing here.
Oh,
so you can be the one being sued.
Not that I would ever.
Again, now that you know this,
he's like, no, seriously.
Yeah, like it just maybe just.
It could be a whole scheme.
That's what I'm saying.
It could be a whole thing.
Just creating traps.
Oh, that sounds
enticing,
right? That sounds like wow.
This is good to know.
It's like going to be Ocean's 45, New Mexico. I love that.
This is actually wild. I did not know this. You can sue a man
or a female
or a lady. What are you doing? A person?
Yeah, or either one.
Another. Or your partner, if they are a lady, can sue whoever else.
No, I bet there's a whole other side of like rebuttal she can give. Like, he stopped rubbing my back and he wasn't cooking. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be happy.
Now,
on a serious note, I'm sure she can provide things like, okay, this is why I did this. Now, that is when I'm interested.
Well, standing is where you're going to get caught up. Because if you're in a marriage and you regularly step out on each other, this is not going to hold up. Like you have you guys created standing. Like it's not going to be a thing. Now, also, this is where it gets even more interesting. Here's some examples of third parties. It doesn't have to just be individuals who've had adulterous relationships with the spouse, but it can also include individuals who interfere with the marriage, such as in-laws or therapists. So if your spouse's therapist wrecks your marriage, get them.
What about friends? What about her friends?
Yeah, 100%.
What?
Yes.
He says, "Hold on, let me do some research right now." Oh my!
All you bad influence friends are not going to be put on notice.
Hey,
wow.
Hey, be careful! Don't alienate her affection. Don't you do it?
Oh wow!
Don't get jealous because she's happy and you're not.
Watch the actual percentage for this law just blast because
of right now. Yeah.
Some dudes right now, like, I'm going to go back and get him.
You know what I'm kind of thinking about doing is legally marrying Van so that everyone that says bad things about me to him can now be accountable.
Very good.
Yeah. What's that? You don't like Fred? Catch a case.
Sue him.
Yeah. Hey, I hope you got a new suit because I'm going to file a suit.
Yeah, I was like, hey.
That better be a 46 long because I'm trying to get that. Nohelani, thank you for coming out.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Isaiah Johnson, final words?
I promise I do not hate women. I'm just accountability type of guy.
He's salty.
A person who says that.
Well, you aired me out. You said I did. Which it may appear that way, but I don't.
I heard what I heard.
It's okay. It's okay.
Or Van Nunley, who's not here. You'll see him tomorrow. Good job, everyone. Keep breathing.